Let's see. This over here. I'm not even ready yet. Yeah! Oh, Jesus Christ! What the heck just happened? Oh my God! I am a mess. I literally was just, oh my God, it's so loud. I'm literally texting you saying I can't hear a thing, and then you turn my thing on, and oh my God.
And Kiki, you just broke the station.
I did, really?
Yes.
Shoot, sorry.
No, you.
Did I break it?
You crashed the limiter.
Did I? Well, you shouldn't do that. You tell everybody to scream, and then I scream, and then you're like, no. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Suzanne. How are you? Hi, everybody. I'm so sorry, but I'm really loud.
That's a great way to start a show.
Sorry. Well, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that.
Don't start with me tonight.
You've already started with me, really, but you brought me, hi, Rhonda. Brought me some beautiful flowers here.
That's great.
Oh, she said she can't hear. Just saying. You got to press the button.
The button's already on. I think.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
I think you crashed it.
Did I crash it?
I think it did.
Oh, shit. Did I really? Can you hear it, Mark?
Listen, don't worry about it. And listen, well, you can't scream like that because we have.
Well, you shouldn't encourage me to do that. It's really your fault. You told me. Is it bad?
Kiki.
What?
You know what? I'm not going to do this tonight. I mean, I do all this technical stuff. That's fine. Okay, that's all right. It's all right. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, Rhonda said it's still muffled.
Well, you know what? You crashed the limiter by going.
Did I really?
Yes.
Wait a minute. I can't keep talking.
I can't believe you're doing this to me.
Oh, I can hear you.
Of course you can hear me. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you're kind of crackly though. Yeah, you're kind of crackly. Did I really break it? Shoot, I'm sorry. Maybe I should go play with the deer right now until 7:10. All right, I'm not going to talk. I'm not talking. I'm not talking until I have to. Shoot. Did I break something? I think I broke something. Shoot. Well, he shouldn't make me yell. Mark, is it bad? Hi, Kurt. Oh my God, I think I broke something. I do. I think, but I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to break it. That's not good. Oh shoot. Could you guys hear that or no? Oh my goodness. Oh no. Mark, help me here. Mark, is it bad? Mark, help me. Oh shoot, Nanny. Shoot, Nanny. We got Steve Cropper coming on. Audio issues. Oh great. Oh, this is not good. He's gonna kill me. He's gonna totally kill me. Oh my God. Here he comes. I think he's coming in here. Oh no. He's gonna kill me. This is not good. Hi, how are you? So I'm wondering if it's bad. Did I really?
Don't worry about these speakers. Just worry about the interview. Just worry about the radio. Don't worry about these, okay? All right? Okay, because I think they cracked. But don't worry about it. Just go ahead.
Yeah, but they're not going to be able to hear it, right?
They can listen to the radio.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Okay. All right, bye. Blame it on the Ring of Fire. Oh, God. Hi, Patty. Hi, everybody. It's muffled. Okay. Well, there's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. Can you hear me? Can you hear me talking? You got to let me know if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, then... Oh, can you not hear the radio? All right, help me here. Can you not hear the radio? Audio is jacked up, cutting in and out fast. All right, how about... I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know. How about YouTube? How's YouTube doing? Is it okay? Because Facebook looks okay to me. Oh, thank you, Patty. Kathy, thank you. Okay, so Kathy, you're hearing it okay on Facebook? Oh my God. It's not good. Oh, thank you, Roberta. Okay, you can hear me. Okay. All right. I just have to get this out of my head right now. I hope you guys, you know what? Oh, thank you, Anne Marie. Hi, how are you? What you can do is, if you cannot hear when Steve Cropper comes on, it's going to be in just a few minutes. If you can't hear that, here's my Rhode Island accent coming out. Please turn on Kiki.fm. This is going to be a great interview. If you cannot hear through the speakers that are coming through here, please, I encourage you to listen on Kiki.fm. It's in the App Store. Oh boy, I'm in trouble now. I'm not talking. I'm not even talking. I'm gonna have a drink. I need a drink. Yeah, I'm afraid to talk though. I'm afraid. All right. How is everything going? Hi.
Fine. Everything's going fine.
Is it good?
Everything's
All right.
fine.
Okay.
Will you stop it? You know, this is what happens when you've been married for like 30 some odd years. How long have you been married for? 30 years?
30 plus.
30 plus years.
Yep, 30 plus years.
And we have a great relationship. We really do. But sometimes we get on each other's nerves because, that's the way it is, right? People can relate to that, can't they?
Here's the thing.
What's the thing, Kiki?
You said
what?
Everybody screamed. That's what you said.
Yes.
So and then I'm literally texting you,
right,
saying I can't hear in my headphones, thinking that maybe you didn't turn them on or something.
And what did you do, Kiki?
Then I start sing yelling. That's what I was doing. And then the mic goes on, and I'm like, why?
Right.
Why?
Did you have your headphones plugged in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
So it's fine.
I did.
So it's fine, God.
Is everything okay?
What do you keep asking the same question over and over again for? Everything is fine.
All right.
All
right.
Just give me a hug and don't worry about it.
Give you a hug. I'm devastated right now.
Why are you devastated?
I'm in Blues Land.
Blues Land? Oh, why are you in Blues Land tonight, man? Huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of like a cool night to be talking to this guy.
It's a very cool night. Literally, it's like the fall.
Maybe
here.
he can give you some therapy tonight. I mean, maybe he can help both of us, right?
Him and his wife, they can take me in.
Right.
Just make me feel soulful.
Soulful.
Full of the blues.
The blues, I mean, it's part of life, man.
Oof.
Not everything not everything goes perfect in this world.
You told us to yell, though. Like you did.
Yeah, stop
Everybody
going
scream. So I did it.
You did it.
And then you turned my mic on while I was doing it.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you feel okay now?
No, I don't.
Why? It's fine. Stop talking about the same thing over and over again.
I'm not.
Okay?
I'm just
It's
not.
fine.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You know what I'm looking forward to? We need a vacation. We need a vacation like really bad. I mean, couples out there listening right now, they need vacations, right? I mean, people are taking vacations again, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we should go somewhere, right?
Maybe.
I just spit on my computer. I don't know why. But
Right.
you have this gentleman coming on in a few minutes. What's his name again?
Steve Cropper.
And he's a legend, and he's really cool. And the history behind him is epic, isn't it?
It is so epic.
It's so epic. And I can't believe you have the opportunity to talk to this guy tonight. He's a great guitarist, and I won't say anything else, but he's really cool, man. He's really, really cool. Now, he lives in Nashville, is that right?
He sure does.
Wow. A lot of stars live in Nashville area, don't they?
John Oates lives in Nashville.
Who else lives in Nashville, Kiki?
Tom Kiefer, my Tommy, my little Tommy.
A lot of musicians live in Nashville, right?
Yeah, a lot. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
That's where they go.
Does Steven Tyler live in Nashville?
You know what? He might. I think he has a second home there.
Really?
I'm trying to not yell. I'm trying to be reserved.
He probably has like 5 homes, right?
Well, I don't know if he has 5 in Nashville completely.
Really?
But he may have 1 or 2.
1 or 2
in Nashville.
Right.
I love Steven Tyler. If anybody knows Steven Tyler, just tell him I said hi.
Right.
I love you.
I love you. Which is really. And I really hope they go on tour. It's sounding bad, but you know what? I would love to see them. I've never seen Aerosmith.
That's like a sad thing for me because I would love to see them. I thought they were going to come to Fenway next year, but it sounds really bad. Like it's not going to happen. Correct, Amundo. Yes, sir. It is. All right. Can't worry about it. I have to. I don't know. Maybe it's a Facebook thing tonight. I don't know. Should I just turn off Facebook maybe? I don't know. But we're here on YouTube. All right. We're getting ready to. Steve Crawford's going to be here any moment. And that's that. All right. Let me just do this. Oh gosh. Oh. All right, you know what? I gotta fix the lipstick. You know why? Because it's important. It really, don't you think so? Don't you think fixing the lipstick's important? Yeah, it is. And I like this lipstick a lot. It's like a pearlescent type of lipstick. I probably had it for 25 years. I don't know. I can't even see it. I can't see a dang thing. I really can't. And then the lip gloss, because it's always popping. Yep. Did you read that, Kevin? I know Kevin Bacon is here with Kara Sedgwick. She's so cute. Because she's filming something. I mean, they're just Mr. and Mrs. Power couple. Right? For sure. I mean, they're the cutest ever. I love them. They're probably here for a while. All right, now. I have to make sure my water isn't showing because that's disgusting. Can you see it there? You can't. Okay, good. All right. I'll leave it there because he's going to be on in just a minute. Okay. All right. Enjoy, guys. I hope you can hear. Okay. Oh, my God. All right. Yep, everything's fine over at YouTube, or you can listen on Kiki.fm, guys. The secrets that you keep. Mike Skill and the Romantics. When you're talking in your sleep. The secrets that you keep. Come on now. When you're talking in your sleep. I hear. I probably should just turn this one. I'm just going to leave it. See what happens. Okay. Hi, Gina. Hi, Rosalind. I think audio is better on YouTube at Kiki Classic Rock. That's what everybody's telling me. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. All right, if I put this there, is that bad? Nope, you can't see that. Good. Bow. 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 Hi, Maria. I think it's better on YouTube. Just saying. That's what everybody's telling me. He's on Rolling Stone's list of top 100 guitarists of all time. He's responsible for co-writing one of the greatest and most well-known instrumentals ever. In 1992, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and in 2008, into the Musicians Hall of Fame and Museum with Booker T and the MGs, and I'm not done yet. And in 2019, he was inducted into the Memphis Music Hall of Fame alongside the Queen herself, Tina Turner. From the White House to the movies, it is a total honor to have producer, songwriter, and of course, guitarist. He's part of so many songs, guys. It's unbelievable. The legendary Steve Cropper. Oh, Steve, my goodness. Like, I have been working for a long time on this. You've done so much stuff. Well, no, I think you're still working though, you know? Well, we like you. We totally like your new stuff, and a lot of people are liking it because it's number one, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Now, Steve, it's been a crazy, crazy year and a half. We've got venues opening back up. You've been very busy. Now, you live in Nashville. It's the music mecca. Do you plan to head out on the road with your new music, or are you going to just stick around and say, you know what?
If they demand it, I will, definitely. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not, like I say, I don't force feed anybody, but if they want it, they're going to get it.
Good. I think we want it. I mean, it's number one, you know?
Yeah. So far, so good.
Now, Steve, you were in the Marquis, the Stax Record House Band. You were a teenager, a little guy, and you had the instrumental hit Last Night, and it's one of those songs, you hear it and you go, oh my gosh, that's been in so many things. You're a teenager, your song ripped its way to the top of the charts, Steve. What is it like being a teenager and having your song, you know?
The feeling was more exciting then, I guess it is now. Now you just kind of silly. Let's take it for granted. I don't mean that really, but everything, they asked me a lot of times, "What did you know it was a hit?" No, we just thought it was good. We knew it was danceable. So people have asked me through the years, "Why do you think Last Night was so big?" I don't know. I guess we knew what we were doing, but maybe not. And I remembered back playing it for my mom for the first time when I got some records, and she started doing the twist. I said, well, I guess it was the first twist instrumental. That was the big dance in those days.
Wow. That is great. So you're a teenager, and it didn't hit you that way.
No.
Wow. Jeez.
You just move on to the next project. I mean, the next step was 61, and then in 62 we had Green Onions with Booker T and the MGs. So
and
that was a fluke too. You know, the first one was not such a fluke.
Oh, it wasn't.
That band worked for a couple of years, playing clubs, and really putting some time in.
Yeah.
And to come up with Last Night, and Jerry Lee, Smoochie Smith, a piano player at the time, came up with that riff, and Packy Axon and Charles Axon and myself came up with the horn lines, and I came up with the drum intro, and he came up with that intro. That's a whole note is all it is on the top, on the one, and so it made it.
So now Booker T was only 17 and you were 20. You both started, playing around together. A couple of young guys. What do you think was that main ingredient, Steve, that made it just all happen?
I don't know, and I know that Louis Steinberg played bass on the Green Onions, and he started playing that bass line, which now that I look back, it was written back in the very early 40s. And, a lot of blues artists have used that bass line. A lot of blues bass players use that bass line. And dom, dom, da, dom, dom. It's a little bit different than this. It's more than three notes. You play that first note twice, don, don, da, don, don, which is pretty cool. And the thing about Green Onions, which makes it a little bit unique, it's actually an F minor, but you're playing in F major. So my solo and all is in F major. Booker, I think, is playing in F minor, which the two work. Yeah. And I don't think you really hear the minor third musically. So for all those music guys out there that want to know. It still is the number one instrumental everywhere. It's weird to me that it still sounds good today. It does. I mean, I know musically, maybe note-wise, it's not as good as it could be, but it still grooves. It still has a groove to it. You still want to dance to it.
Absolutely.
And this new record I've got out is all about dance music.
Yep.
Even the ballad, even the slower tempo ones. I don't have any real ballads on the record, but it does make you want to get up and dance a little bit.
Yes, it does.
And that's what it's all about. I think everybody now with the pandemic and the lockdowns and all that want to get out and party a little bit and dance a little bit and all that. So it's been good timing for us, I guess.
Absolutely. Now, have you been working on that new record all through the pandemic, or was this something newer?
Well, John Tiven did. He called me earlier, way back when, and a lot of these songs were written just off the top of my head of grooves that I've been hanging around with for a long time. And he called me and he said, you know those songs we've been writing? Do you mind if I finish some of them up? I said, no. And I didn't know he was going to put all these great drummers and all on it. And it turned out real good. So he sent it to me, and he said, what about putting this out? And I said, no, not going to happen. I said, even if you thought about it, you need a singer. He says, I got one. I said, you better play me something he's done. And so he played me Roger's stuff, and I said, where's that guy been all my life? I've never heard of him before.
Wow.
And he's had a lot of records out, Roger Rio.
Wow.
So he's had his own variety of stuff out there for a long time. And I guess we did cross paths because I was in R&B and he was in more and pop and rock. So there you go.
Yep, and they all go together, right?
They do now. They would have then too, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, just the sounds. Oh, my goodness. Now, Jim Stewart, who was the founder of Stax Records, along with his sister, Estelle, they believed in you, Steve. What was that moment like when he let you know you, Steve, were going to be the guy who put together who we know is Booker T and the MGs, then let you know, hey, you're also going to be the guy to bring us all the talent, all the new talent?
I don't know. I didn't look at it that way in those days. I was just doing my job. So they said, man, you've become a great guitar player. I said, wrong. I'm still learning. I was learning on the job. I didn't have time to take lessons and sit down at home and try to learn how to play guitar. I didn't have time. I had too many jobs to do, too many hats to fill.
Jeez. I mean, a humble guy. You're a super humble guy.
Well, I try to be sometimes. And, you know, I think if you glorify what you do, you're going to lose it. I've always felt that way. So it's got me this far thinking that way. So I don't just go on to the next project. And we really did think life was over pretty much when the Blues Brothers came around. It was so big with the movie and everything. And we've been touring with that band. Well, the present band, all the members now have been together about 19 years.
Jeez.
And we've been out on the road for 50 years doing that stuff. So.
That's insane.
And I know that the present band, well, you know, Belushi died. We just thought it was over with, like Otis dying and everybody else, you know, it just thought it was over with. And it wasn't. And so Donna Dixon secretly put the band back together, I guess, for a surprise birthday party for Dan Aykroyd.
Oh.
And so coming off stage, we had a blast doing it, and Louis looks at me. Lou Marini. Lou Marini, as everybody knows him, and I call him the dancing dishwasher from the movie. He said, man, that was a lot of fun. We got to keep this going. So we got on the phone and started calling people and get us some gigs. And the only gigs we could get was it was a tour through Italy, I think, the first time. And we left 3 days after I got married to my present wife.
Aww.
And
gosh,
she went on the road with us. I think we did about a month over there or something. She tells a different story about how miserable she was.
I'm sure she does.
One time I said, how many books did you read while we were playing? Because she sat on that bus, and, you know, I'd try to get some sleep for the night before, and she'd be reading a book. I'd go to sleep, and she was reading a book, and I'd wake up, she's still reading a book. So I said, how many books did you read? She doesn't remember, but she remembers that tour.
Well, hey, she literally is an angel for going with you.
Yeah, I do. I thank her every day of my life, and she's great. So this June the 25th will be 32 years we've been married.
Wow. That's so
a long time.
That's one I know. Like, I'm almost there too. So yep, I get it. And it's a lot of hard work and a lot of like pushing things aside.
Well, you know, you reach a point in your life, you just want to stay alive and do what you can do to stay alive.
I hear you.
And, you know, I don't know if this is the last album, how many more I will do. I don't know if I'm still around, I'll do more albums.
Yeah.
But this has been a good one. It's been a fun one, and it's different because we made this. When I say we made it, John and I talked on the phone about it. He has a studio in his house, so he had access to all these tracks and all. And he did call me several times, can I finish them up? I want to send this song to so-and-so, see if they'll write some lyrics. So I think the only song we got on there is Paul Rogers wrote lyrics to one.
Wow.
And She's So Fine, I think.
Dang.
And it's just a great lyric. And that's probably the only one in this album that we use where somebody else wrote the lyrics and the idea. And I think it's great what he did. He's a great singer. He would have sung it himself had he could have. but he was too busy doing something other stuff, already obligated. He couldn't do it. So I'm kind of glad in a way that Roger sang on everything. So that's him singing.
Jeez,
A lot of
man.
people think it's me, but it's not me. It's Roger C. Real.
Wow.
Or I call him Real. It's Roger C. Real.
That's pretty awesome. Now,
Thank you.
going back to your days with Wilson Pickett and the earlier days of Stax Records, you co-wrote the song "In the Midnight Hour" with him, and it was nominated for a Grammy in 1965. The year it came out, it was nominated for a Grammy. Then again in 1987. Now, Wilson, he was a gospel singer, but the song, it had a little bit of friskiness in it. But you were not about the friskiness, Steve. You were all about keeping it clean.
So I remember that Jerry Wessler came down, and we picked him up at the airport, the two of them. And I remember him being in the studio dancing around, and everybody got a laugh out of it. But I think the jerk was the big dance at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And he was really wanting the action on that 2/4 beat. And he'd just pull his arms down. 1, 2, okay. So they sent the tape back, or he took the tapes back, and they after a bit, after listening to it, they flew Al Jackson, our drummer, up there. And he went up. He was up there for a few days, and they had an 8-track at the time. And, of course, the record was cut on mono. And they enhanced that backbeat. And so it was so good that Al Jackson and I, or at least I made a point, coming down with the guitar when the left hand came down on the drum. And they said, "How'd you play so tight with no headphones?" And I said, "Well, it was real simple. I just watched his left hand."
Oh, my God.
So I came down when he came down. And he did reinforce that the backbeat on "In the Midnight Hour," which I think helped it. You can't tell it in the mix. I mean, you don't know that there's an overdub, and there's no flams or anything. And Al is that good of a drummer, so he just played to himself, and that's all he did. I don't know how many takes he took. Probably one.
Yeah, right.
If I know Al Jackson, probably one take. The only other guy I know like that is a guy named Jim Keltner from L.A., and I played with him many times. He can listen to a song, and if you want to redo the drums, he's a guy to call. He'll listen to it one time and then go out and do it. And that's it. One take. You got it. He knows that song. He just remembers it somehow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a great talent to have, too. It's one thing to be a drummer, but it's another thing to make records and listen to what everybody else is doing and compliment what everybody else is doing.
And you were always the guy to talk about your bandmates as well and how talented they were.
Well, as people they were, as musicians, a little bit different. Musicians are more like putty. You just make something, you mold something out of them.
Yeah.
Same thing with artists, singers, and musicians, same thing. As people, a little more difficult.
Well, it's an art, right? I mean, everybody, you're invested in your thing.
And so I was asked one time, you didn't today, but I was asked one time, what makes a good producer? And I know my formula is very simple. When I hear a song in the raw, whether it's a guy with a guitar, a girl with a guitar, or just on a piano or something, I hear it completed. I hear it with everything in there, and then I work towards that end. And I've always done that. I don't just go with the moment and what I hear and react to I always play to what I hear. And I like to hear something. If I'm on an overdub on it, sometimes I say I should have been on the original session. But that's because to get the groove going.
Right.
And on this record, I got to do that because we just wrote these songs as a groove, and so I'm playing more than one guitar on this record. The lead guitar was the last thing that we put on there before we mixed it. So I heard a lot of this stuff for the very first time.
Wow.
And not, when I say the first time, not the song itself, but the final end of it. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to sit at home and work something out. I just wanted to go in the studio and play. Have fun.
Right. Now, Steve, when you were the A&R guy for Stax, anyone who wanted to be in the music industry was going to try and get you to listen to them.
Right.
So was there anything crazy that anyone did to get you to listen to them?
Well, probably Otis Redding did a little bit. And
Really?
So he went to Al Jackson instead of me. And so Al told him, and he was the singer in Johnny Jenkins and the Pine Topper Band. And they had a #1 hit, but without Otis, of course. He was the lead singer in the band. And he went to Al Jackson and said, "I want you guys to hear me sing." So Al came to me during the session. Said, "You know this guy that was driving the carpet for Johnny?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "He wants you to hear him sing." And I already told him, "You only hold auditions on Saturday, and you probably won't get a chance to hear him today," because I don't know what day it was. It was a Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever it was. And so that's what happened. And at the end of the date, we weren't happy with what we got, or at least Jim Stewart wasn't, so he sent everybody home early. And Al comes to me. We're listening to playbacks of the day, and Al came to me and said, "You know that guy I told you about in the middle of the session?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Could you just take 5 seconds out of your life and listen to this guy and get him off my back?" Basically, I said, "Yeah." Tell him to come down to the piano. So he went and got him, and I went down to the piano. And so he comes down, and I said, "Play something." And he said, "I don't play piano. I play a little guitar." He calls it guitar. I don't play piano. He said, "Can you give me some of the church chords?" And I go, I knew what he meant. Church chords meant 6/8 triplets. So I played some. He said, "That's it, these arms." And I said, "Stop it." He said, "What's the matter? You don't like my song?" And I said, "I love it. I just want Jim Stewart to hear it because this is a true story." The hair on my arm stood up when he opened his mouth and he started singing. I went, "Oh my God, I've never heard a voice like that before."
Wow.
And so I came and grabbed Jim Stewart. I knew if Jim said, "Go away, Steve," I was going to get tired. But I took that chance because this guy was so good. I finally talked Jim into coming down and listening to him. He went, "We got to get this on tape." He said, "Call the band back in." And so Donald Duck Dunn reminded me, we were over in Tokyo 2 days before he died. He said, I was talking about who played on These Arms Are Mine. And he said, "You don't remember coming out of the studio on the sidewalk?" He said, "I was putting my bass in the trunk, and you said, 'Get your bass back out. We got to put a song down real quick.'" And I forgot. I thought Louis played on it, Louis Steinberg.
Wow.
But Duck said he played on it. So that's good.
Now, Otis was a dear friend of yours, and he's also considered to be one of the greatest singers of all time. So you had a good eye, obviously. And,
Good ear.
I mean, well, both, ear and eye.
Well, I did a record one time on the K Brothers called "In One Eye and Out the Other."
Oh, geez. Well, that's a coinky-dink.
Yeah.
Now, not only did you and Otis co-write the song, the very popular song, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, but Otis wrote Respect, and you produced it. Now, Otis performed it at the Monterey Pop Festival in 1967, the same year that Aretha Franklin released her version of the song Respect. And Otis said at that festival, "This is the song that a girl took away from me." Now, how did that work at that time?
Well, his big number in Europe, and we'd already toured Europe a little bit, and he did something that nobody that I know of had ever done. The same band that played on their record played on their tour.
Oh.
And so when we got back, we were so far behind in producing and playing sessions. And he wanted to take us on the road, and we said, "We can't do it." He said, "You got to do it." And he was willing to, give us everything, and that didn't mean anything. So we suggested the Bar Keys. Not very happy about it now, but, And he knew when he left that his plane was it was underpowered. And they told him that when he did Nashville, and I think Cincinnati, and then on to, he was going over to Wisconsin. Monroe, the third gig anyway before he died. He never performed that night, so he went down in the lake. But anyway, they knew that the plane wasn't under full power. So he put James Alexander, the bass player, we call him Nuck. His nickname is Nuck for Knucklehead. But it's James Alexander, and he put him and Zelma on a commercial flight with some of the gear and all that to lighten the plane. Well, it wasn't enough, I guess. And I know how it went down because I talked to one of the guys that survived the plane crash, and he said he remembered he was asleep, and he woke up, everything was going in a circle, just spiraling. That's all he remembers. The next thing he said, the next thing I remember is being pulled out of the water. And he said, I could hear some of the other band members screaming, but it was so fogged up, nobody could see where they were. So the fishermen, they just happened to go down right next to where two guys were fishing. They went out early in the fog and was fishing. And they heard the plane go down, so they just reached down and grabbed the first person they saw and put him in the boat and saved his life.
Wow. So was he the only?
Sure that Cessna that Otis had didn't have the buckling apparatus on it to knock the ice off, and so they missed the runway because it was so fogged in. And the tower told them to circle around. When they did, they flew out over this lake, and that's the one they went down in.
But they knew this before they went out, that it possibly was a bad thing.
Well, nobody knew that they were going to run into fog, but the northern part of the United States got hit real heavy that week. And so we were up playing the gig, and so we're sitting on the runway for a couple of hours one time that same morning trying to get out. And we said, if we get a hold of Dick, Otis's pilot, he'd get us out of here. Well, maybe not.
Oh,
I don't know. I laugh about it now, but it's been a long time ago. And I loved when you said we were friends. We were. It's too bad we didn't have the ability to have cameras like we do today,
yeah.
because there are no pictures of Otis and I. We were real good friends. And we hung out in the street together and stuff like that. And I hung out with him in New York one time for about 4 or 5 days and had a blast with him. And he was just one of the kindest people you would ever want to meet.
Yeah.
And I thought he was my older brother. Then I read the obituary that we were the same age. I'm going, no way.
26 years old. I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's crazy. We were both 26, so he'd be my age right now. And his birthday is in September, mine's in October. So.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
Wow. Well, how about Sun Records? So you had Stax Records, you had Sun Records. Now, Sun Records, the home of Elvis, Ike Turner, Roy Orbison. Stax is the home of you guys, Booker T and the MGs, and Sam and Dave, and so many more. Was there a rivalry between the two record companies?
None whatsoever. But Sam Phillips was Jim Stewart admired Sam Phillips, and so much so that the story I have that Jim called Sam one day and he said, I got to copyright some of these songs. I need a writer's contract. So he used one of Sam's writer's contracts and copied it, and we used that forever. So that's pretty funny. And Sam was a great guy. There was no rivalry. And, I went over there and played. Some of the first sessions I played was at Sun.
Wow.
And Scotty Moore, who wanted to be an engineer, Elvis's guitar player, wanted to be an engineer so bad he had me come over and double some of the bass line parts on the baritone guitar. Because what was happening recording-wise, the Fender had come in and guys were playing it like a guitar with a pick, and he wanted that sound. And so I was copying the upright bass parts, because that was in the days of recording when everybody used an upright bass.
Wow.
And they couldn't slap it and hit it like Bill Black could, so they just played it, like you play an orchestra bass, upright bass.
So now, Elvis, did you get to do anything with Elvis?
I got to meet him, but I never did play with him, no. Doug did one time. He came in to Stax, I think, at midnight. I already left Stax. Probably was the reason. And I don't know. And so George Klein, who was one of Elvis's best friends, a DJ in Memphis, and he said, I talked to Elvis. He wants you to write a song for him.
Oh, my gosh.
That was way before Dock of the Bay. And now I always thought that I didn't have anything good enough and couldn't come up with anything good enough.
Oh,
what a dumb butt I was.
I know. Do you really go, what was I thinking? I mean, everything you did, though, Steve. Right.
Well, I wasn't thinking.
But everything you had done was so good.
I wanted to make sure that if I wrote something for Elvis, it was real, real good.
Yeah. Well, gee, oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. Whew, that's like powerful stuff
good
right
that I didn't, because that would have ended my career had I written something that was real good that was famous for him, and it would have probably ended my career.
Well, yeah, you've had a good career. I mean, and because then
I've been very lucky, very lucky. The only thing I look back on at all, I don't really look back. I feel so removed from Booker T and the MGs.
That's where they
I
go.
left Stax in 1970. That was quite a few years
You know
ago.
what? He might. I think.
But I always look back sort of as the Blues Brothers. John Belushi was a great guy. Dan Aykroyd's still around. He's a great guy. And we had more fun making that movie. We had more fun making the second one, believe it or not.
Really?
But, along came a little movie called Titanic and killed everybody. Killed 6 Hollywood productions. We were one of them.
Oh, my God. Well, John Belushi, I mean, we all loved John Belushi. I mean, the guy was a comedic genius. His impersonation of Joe Cocker was ridiculous. And I read that he liked to just walk into strangers' homes and make himself comfortable.
He could do it. I mean, everybody loved John Belushi. That was pretty cool. So they want me to say something nice about him. I try and I think about something nice. And so the only thing I can say is the times we hung out, he never refused an autograph to anybody. If it was one person, 2 people, or 25 people, he would stay there until everybody got their autograph.
Nice.
And they would jump out of cars, running into traffic, do whatever to get to see John Belushi, to just touch him, just to be there with him. And he was the most giving guy I think I've ever met.
Wow. Did you ever get to...
I heard stories about Elvis. Elvis had big stories about giving away cars and all that. Well, Belushi did the same thing. And he had more than he needed, and he just give everything away. And so Duck and I one time were sitting in Bernie Brostein's office, which is, he was the manager at the time for John. He said, I spend more time trying to follow up with John's promises the night before than I do managing John.
Oh, my God. See, but that's something we don't hear about John,
No. He left, and so did his good heart left.
Oh.
He was the greatest.
Did you get
I will tell you that.
Did you get to hang with him personally?
Oh, yeah. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I went to dinner with him several times, and every time he came to L.A., he would always call me and come to the house. Every time, except the week that he died. And so another comedian friend of his called me, Tito, and he said, have you talked to John this week? And I said, no. And they said, I didn't even know he was in. He said, he came in Friday. This was a Wednesday. I said, what? And he died on a Friday. He came in the Friday before and died on that next coming Friday,
Whoa.
7 days later.
Wow. That is horrific. I remember when John Belushi died, and the world was just shut down. I mean, shut down.
Ugh.
I mean, you had
Crazy.
you had a personal connection with him. Now, did Paul Schaefer, is he the one who got you into the Blues Brothers?
No.
Okay.
I would credit that to the trombone player Tom Bones Malone.
All right.
And the reason was very simple. We had done 2 tours and 2 albums with Levon Helm, the drummer, when he left the band, and everybody was going to make a solo record for a while. So we did 2 world tours with Levon. And he used the Saturday Night Live horns during our hiatus. And so when John was asked to open for Steve Martin at the Universal Amphitheater during the hiatus, John goes to Tom Bones Malone, who was the band director then, and said, should we take the whole Saturday Night Live band? He said, no, you better get Dunn and Cropper. They're old road dogs. I don't know where he got that from.
The old road dogs.
Old road dogs.
That's great,
Yeah,
right?
I guess we are. We're old dogs, all right.
Oh, my God.
So anyway, that's how we got in the band. And he called me, and he says, first thing out of his mouth, he says, I understand you don't get along with Doug Dunn.
Oh, geez.
Why he said that, I have no. He knew we were best friends.
Yeah, you guys were buds. I mean.
And I hung up on him twice. And he said, don't hang up. It's really John Belushi. I thought it was a friend of mine wanting to go to lunch. Because we had this game. If he called and said he was the President of the United States or Stevie Wonder or somebody, I know it was him.
Oh, my gosh.
That's what he used to do. And I thought he was pulling my leg that it's really John Belushi, because the girls would know at the time, and they knew then, not to disturb me while I'm mixing. And I was mixing Robin Ford at the time, of all things.
Wow.
And the third time, he's yelling and screaming, don't hang up. It's really John Belushi. I'm in New York. I need you up here right away. I'm putting a band together. And I said, John, I can't do it. So I hung up later, and Robin Ford gets up out of the couch and turns around and says, who are you talking to? I said, John Belushi. He said, I'll do it. No, you won't. So I made a deal with the other engineer to finish the next 2 songs, and just send them to me on the road, and I'll tell you if I like them or not. And I called John back, and I said, if you can wait a couple of days, I'll be up there.
Oh, my gosh.
So I came on up there. That's when we got started.
What was Saturday Night Live like back then, working on that show?
Well, pretty much as crazy as this kids they did.
Really?
It was just crazy and nuts, but everybody got along, and they worked as a team, and that was, I think, the greatest ever. Was during that time, and maybe that's because I was there. I have no idea, but I try to watch the new episodes, and I can't. It's just a little above my head, I guess. I don't understand some of the comedy that I did back in those days. So
I'm with you. I'm Belushi days all the way, and Chevy Chase. I am.
Think about those guys, Dan Aykroyd, and everybody was on there. Garrett Morris was one
Garrett
of the
Morris.
guys.
Oh my gosh, he
introduced Newman and those people. This great
Gilda Radner.
Holy
like
mackerel.
I can't. I just
on and on and on. I mean, you just go forever. They're great.
And when Steve Martin used to appear on there, and just how they used to.
Kiki, I don't think a lot of people know that Steve Martin originally was a writer for Saturday Night Live.
I didn't know that.
I bet you didn't know that.
I did not.
I do know that. And at the time we opened for him at the Universal Amphitheater, he had the #1 record called King Tut.
King Tut. How'd it get so funky?
That's pretty funny.
Funky Tut. I mean, those were the best. That was when Saturday Night Live was just
it was
it.
what it is.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
Rosie
absolutely.
Schuster was one of the writers, and her and Aykroyd were just incredible at writing funny stuff. And Danny, we call him Danny. We know him enough to call him Danny, Dan Aykroyd. He knew how to write for Belushi. And the funny thing about Belushi, he was just like Abbott and Costello, because Yeah, but
Yeah.
John didn't have to say anything. He just looked at the camera and everybody would just bellyache.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Just that look he had. There's something else. If he had a line, everybody accepted it. But if he didn't have a line, it didn't matter.
It didn't. When I just think of him in the bee costume, he didn't say anything. He didn't have to. He just
The Buzzy Bees.
Yeah.
That was the original Blues Brothers was the Buzzy Bees.
Oh my
And
god.
I don't know whether I should tell this on radio or not, but
Do
I
it.
caught him playing with his stinger. Watch the episode.
Oh my! I will. I definitely will. So, how often do you talk to Dan Aykroyd now?
That's a good question. Not as often as I should, probably. The last time I saw Danny, he called me on the road. He was going out to L.A. to write a new movie. He called me and said, "What are you guys doing?" I said, "I don't know, nothing." He said, "Well, I want to go to a movie. I want to see so-and-so." So he came in, and we went to dinner, and then went to a movie.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's like that, you know.
Well, you know what? You got to pick up
All
the
his
phone.
friends.
You got to give him a call tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, Kiki.
No,
I'll
you
do that.
You know,
I need to just call him just to say hello. How you doing, man? Just check in with him.
Yep. Just say hi to Danny.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then, you know, whenever John picked up the line, "Play it, Steve," how did that? Like, did you just love that?
Well, I didn't even thinking about it. And he said the biggest line he said when we did the live thing, "I suggest you go out and buy as many blues albums as you can." Now, you know, it was fun when he said Steve Cropper, Donald Duck Dunn, that kind of thing. I mean, that's pretty cool, but I didn't think about it. Play It, Steve was just part of the record. When Sam said it on the live session, I didn't think a thing about it. I mixed that record, and I said, you know, when I think back, I didn't pay any more attention to that Play It, Steve at the time, didn't give it any more attention or energy than I would have normally. So it is what it is. And it has become famous, and I now can say, you know, I've been the other half of Play It for years.
Well, yeah, because now your record company is named Play It, Steve,
Yep.
right?
So we use it.
So you might as well, you know, use the line.
Why not?
You know?
I think probably Sam might be sorry that he said it, but it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's all put to good use. Now,
Yep.
we've been talking about the guys a lot that you've worked with. What about the amazing women you have worked with?
Oh my God. Well, one of the most amazing was Carla Thomas.
Mm-hmm. I know you had a
She's
font.
still alive, and she sings her kazoo off. And I think when her first hit record with her dad, she was like 15 or something. She was like 16 or 17 when she had Gee Whiz. And then on and on. Stop and Baby was a big hit, and on and on. Her career has just gone on and on and on. And she's still there. She called me one day, and she said, you know, Steve, I still sing, so use me sometime.
Oh.
She said, I'll drive up.
So would
I
you?
was in Nashville. Yeah, she would. I've never used her, but I could have.
Oh my, that would be
if
amazing.
I did more recording now, I would. But it's, you know, the Blues Brothers thing. I'm usually gone on the road with the Blues Brothers.
So you're
And
still
in
doing
Europe a
that.
lot.
You're still doing that now. You're still doing the Blues Brothers now.
Well, the next gig, I think I talked to Louis the other day or email, and the next one is September the 17th in Chicago.
Wow.
The next booked gig, and that's the last time I played with them was a charity gig down in Florida last year, and we got another one coming up this year over here. And they may be gone right now. I don't know. To Europe, I have no idea. I don't know. I don't keep up with them anymore. So
Yeah.
as much. But when he calls me over here, boom, I'm there.
Wow. You are a blessed man. But you know what? Even more blessed that Brian Epstein of the Beatles and the Beatles wanted to work with you. You almost worked on the Revolver album. I mean, like, how can to
Well,
even
I tell
say
everybody
that?
I'm glad I didn't, because I probably would put my 2 cents in and it would have changed everything.
You really think so, though? You really?
Just a better guy than me trying to produce him, and you know, you can't. How you going to produce George Harrison? He's going to do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
And he obviously didn't need a babysitter, but they said that had it not been for George Martin, there would have never been the Beatles. I don't know about that. I just don't know.
Yeah.
But he knew what he had, and they made some great records. There's no question about it. Great songs, great records. And, you know, Paul is the only one that I've never really written with or been in the studio with. I played on John Lennon's rock and roll album.
Gosh.
And I played on Ringo's album. And it's just one of those things, you know. And I played behind George, of course, but I didn't work with Paul at all. Never have. And Paul is the only Beatle that ever looked at me and pointed his finger and said, "You know, you and I got to work together one day."
So why?
I've been with him. I know him well, and I sat in on a session. He was mixing. Listen to what the man says.
Oh my gosh! I can't.
He was mixing that at Wally Hyder, and I was in the other studio, and I said, Paul was over there, and I said, well, I'm going to go over and say hello, and I did. That's when he was married to Linda, I think.
And that was one of my questions. You know, do you think it'll ever happen if you ever work with Paul?
I doubt it. I think we're getting too old for it now. I don't know. I did some animal touring. I did 2 tours with the English animals, and with John Steele's band and all, and a lot of new members, and just most of those guys are either gone or in rest homes or wherever. Right. And John is still out there playing drums, and I don't know what it is about drummers. They just seem to last longer than other guys. Maybe they're more in shape. I don't know. But
well,
anyway.
You're doing pretty good, Steve.
Yeah, thank you. So we get home one night from a gig, and I set up, and Paul McCartney's on, and so I set up and watched this whole live concert. I said, damn, that guy's really, really good.
Yeah.
I'd never listened to 2 hours of his music before. You know, just when he does specials, he comes out and does 1 or 2 songs, and, you know, I've seen like everybody else. When he did Hey Jude and a few other things and different TV shows and what. But this one, he was doing a concert. Somebody filmed it, and they were showing it over in England. I went, oh, my God, that guy's really, really good. I knew he was good. I didn't know he was great good.
Yeah. Well, did you hear his most recent album? I think it was, you know, a couple of years ago, Egypt Station. That's amazing. It's the most recent album from him, and it's so good.
Everything he's ever touched is good.
You too. Just saying.
And I've talked to many people that's been to his concerts. They said, you got to go watch one of his concerts.
Yeah.
And then I got to see one on TV over in England that time. And that told me everything I needed to know right there.
But please tell me, what was it like to work with Ringo, John, and George? I mean...
Well, you know, Ringo's a whole other animal. Every time I see your face. So Richard Perry was going to throw that song off the session because the demo just wasn't that good. And I look at Nicky Hopkins, who's not with us anymore. I said, Nicky, let's you and I go out and put a groove on this thing. And we did. Next thing you know, Kellner comes and sits down. The next thing you know, Klaus is out there. The next thing you know, Ringo comes and sits down and says, man, that's a groove. Photograph.
Oh, my God.
Every time I see your face, it reminds me of the places we used to go. All I did was just put a rhythm to it. Nothing that George would have done on his own if he'd had more time, but he wanted to write a song for Ringo's album, and he did. I think it went #1. And at the time, Ringo did the John Hoyt song, what was that thing, Cocaine, or one of those things, and you know. And I played on, I played on a lot of songs on the album, but another one I played on, You're 16.
Oh, my God, You're Beautiful in Your Mind.
Yeah.
Holy macaroni. Steve, like literally, what have you not done?
I have no idea.
It's true.
Do whatever it calls for.
You don't know because it's amazing. Now, let's talk about Rod Stewart for a second. So he said, because you worked on his album, Footloose and Fancy Free, he said you sparked the hit Tonight's the Night, but I don't see you credited for that anywhere.
No, I'm not credited with it at all, but he did make a statement in an interview that there was only 2 people in the room when that song was written. And I was really upset. I went to his manager, Billy Gaff. I went to Tom Dowd, who produced it, and I said, you know, I didn't get credit on this. But Rod did give me credit for Stone Cold Sober.
Oh, well, there you go.
And I brought him the song Too Much Noise. It's the same song. And Rod has a thing about he wants to do his own lyrics his own way. Mm-hmm. And so Tom Dowd told me, he said, that's the way the British artists work. If they write the lyrics, then they claim the whole song. I'm going, wait a minute. It's, you know, music is 50-50. The music is one thing, the lyrics are another. If you write all of it, you don't get more for writing the lyrics. You just get part of the song if you co-wrote it.
So how did that song even come about then?
Tonight's the Night. I was just playing some blues percussion, and I played on the album, on the cut, in the studio, and he went home and rewrote the lyrics, and it is what it is.
Oh, okay. So it was kind of...
So I helped write Rosie Ball Trap and Tonight's the Night and Stone Cold Sober. So.
Wow. Wow.
It is what it is.
And David Foster, he also worked on that album. Have you ever worked with him after that?
No, but I know him.
Oh, yeah, we all know him.
He's out overdubbing on something. You're going to love this story. This is pretty simple. So I punched the engineer. David's out there, and he's playing his kazoo off. And I punched the engineer, and I said, Robert Appert, and I said, one of these days, we will not be able to get him on the phone.
Did you really?
How true was that?
Yeah, no. Oh, my gosh. We will not be able to get him. Nope, you can't get him on the phone. Can't get him anywhere. Now, Steve, you are recognized as one of the world's best guitarists. Now, another guitarist that is also considered to be one of the world's best guitarists is the late and great Eddie Van Halen. Did you ever get to work with him?
Not really, but we did a video together on the Bo Cephas video years ago with Hank Jr.
Wow.
So they did that little thing they do, and I was in the booth with a cowboy hat getting cowboy boots shine, sitting there with another guy.
Oh, jeez. Wow. So you kind of worked.
Hank sent us all a copy of the video and all that. And so that's as close as I ever came to Eddie Van Halen.
Wow. Now, Peter Frampton, he's another amazing guitar player, and you worked on his
I did a tour with Peter one time.
Right.
Not too long ago.
Guitar Circus.
And Duck and I think played on his You Don't Know Like I Know, which he covered a Sam and Dave version.
Oh, my gosh.
And we did that out in L.A. years ago when Frampton was Frampton. He was a young guy then.
Mm-hmm. So. Amazing. He's still amazing. I mean, we saw him.
He just could play and sing and do his thing, and it's great. And a guy that I really didn't know how good he was, I met him 40 years ago, but I didn't know who he was, really, is Dave Mason. He's incredible, has a great voice, and plays like nobody's business. I mean, he's really good. He's played on a lot of hit albums and sessions and all. And he was on, he played acoustic guitar, he told me, on Jimi Hendrix All Around the Watchtower.
Oh, my God.
I went, well, you were on that? He said, yeah.
Oof.
So that's pretty cool.
That is so cool. Now, when you did,
I got to work with Matt Guitar Murphy with the Blues Brothers, and he played on a lot of hits I didn't know he played on, too.
That's great. And it's true. You don't realize how I always say it's like a big circle with all of you guys. You all have worked together.
Well, disc jockeys are inclined to read the credits more than musicians are. I never was an album collector.
Really?
I'd hear something on the radio, great, it's a good song, and that's super. But I don't look at who actually wrote it, who published it, and who played on the session. Sometimes I do. If I'm told, I will, but I don't usually do it myself. So.
Now, I know that you are a lover of radio. You once said that the biggest thrill for you is to hear one of your songs on the radio because
I think that's the biggest thrill for everybody. And I tell this when I do a lecture or something. I said, if you're a songwriter or musician, the biggest thrill you'll ever have in your life is the first time you hear something you did or connected to on the radio. I said, you better pull your car over if you don't, you'll wreck it. And it's true. I mean, I still to this day get excited when I hear something I did. And I got to hear something recently, it had to be about 5 or 6 weeks ago. Etta James covered Champagne and Wine. I never even knew she had ever covered. And I hear it on the radio on Blues Junction. I'm going, oh, my goodness.
Wow. Yeah,
how cool is that?
The voice on her, my gosh.
She's something else.
Holy moly. And also, when you worked with Eddie Floyd, Knock on Wood, that had a lot of life to that song.
Right.
Hit number 1, it went gold. David Bowie released a live version of it in 1974, and then Amy Stewart turned it into a number 1 disco hit. Did you and Eddie ever talk and say, what is happening with this song?
Well, not really, but somebody gave us a tape one time, gave us both a tape at a concert. There was 27 different versions. Oh. I never did know that Ella Fitzgerald cut it. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
There you go.
Holy moly. I got to go listen to that now.
Yeah. I don't know why she did it. And the first guy that did, he was in a movie, John Bubbles, and he tapped, I think I better knock, pop, pop, and tapped his cane on the piano on wood. I didn't know that either until later. I had no idea. I think I better knock, tap, 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 tap on wood.
Oh, yeah.
I'm singing the melody of the original record, I mean the Eddie Floyd version. But I don't think that's where Eddie got it from either. He would have told me that.
Now, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, that's also had a lot of life to it. Sammy Hagar covered it, and Michael
Right.
Bolton, Otis's widow Zelma, she said that's her favorite version of
Really?
Sitting on the
Well,
Dock.
the neat thing about that record is Columbia called me and said, we've got a version of your song, but we won't put it out until you okay it. So they sent me that version. I said, man, put it out. That is a smash.
Yeah.
And it was.
Did you work
So-
with either Sammy or Michael on their versions?
No, unfortunately. And that was Neil Sean played the solo on Michael Bolton's Dock of the Bay.
Did he really?
Great solo. And I
Holy-
always play the bridge changes on the solo, and not that I even come close to playing like Neil, but he played on the verse changes. And I don't know, I've never tried playing on the verse changes. I couldn't do it if I wanted to.
Wow.
So, I have to coax the band or tell them, when I say coax them, I coach them to tell them, play the bridge changes. And I'll say the bridge, guys, one more time.
So did you ever play alongside Neil?
No, not that I remember.
Now that would be a good combo.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Peter I have, Neil I have not. Now, Neil played with Dave Mason one time, and I heard some stuff that he did. I thought it was great.
He's amazing.
And so Dave did too, but, Dave Mason really doesn't need any competition.
Yeah.
So he can play it on his own. Let him do what he does.
Now, I have to tell you, though, Steve, my favorite cover of Sitting on the Dock of the Bay is when you did it with Justin Timberlake at the White House for the Obama family. Please tell us what that was like.
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And the funny thing about Justin, we're doing a Blues Awards thing in Memphis. And he turns around to me, and I'm standing backstage, and I'm going, man, I can't stand it anymore. I got to get out there and play with these people. So I grabbed my guitar still out there, and I just walked out and grabbed my guitar. And here comes Justin. He says, do you remember that song we did at the White House? And I go, yeah, I think I might remember that one.
Oh, my gosh.
Bless his heart. He sang the kazoo out of that
Oof.
song. Oh, wow, did he sing that song.
You
I
could-
think he did a better version of Memphis than he did at Washington, D.C.
Really? I mean, because the White House version, I'm sitting there saying, wow. I mean, Justin's great anyway. And then with you, holy macaroni.
Oh, and Booker.
Mm.
The neat thing, I mean, Justin has got more talent than 10 people, but anyway, we did it with Tom Jones at the Royal Albert
Right.
Hall.
Yep.
And he came backstage to me earlier at Soundcheck. He said, I just want you and me to do this. Well, Booker was on the show, too, and he volunteered to come out, and Tom was very happy to see him. He did a great version. And I had some guys down in Florida last week. They said, anything you want to hear? And I said, yeah, pull up Tom Jones's version of Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. And the guys are going, did you play on that? I said, no, but I sure do like it.
Wow. And oh my God, the things you've been able to do. Now, one person that you have always said you wanted to work with so badly was the Queen herself, Tina Turner.
Right.
And you were inducted into the Memphis Music Hall of Fame with her. What would it look like if Steve Cropper worked with Tina Turner? What would you do?
I have no idea. I really don't. But a good buddy of mine, Tony Joe White, worked with her. He did the record Steamy Windows with her. And the question to me was, is there anybody that you haven't produced that you'd like to have produced at one time? I said, yeah, Tina Turner, the definitive answer. And we worked with Aretha. More than once I worked with Aretha. I worked with her back when I was just in my young 20s at a DJ convention one time. And then we got to work with her again later for some other stuff, and then later again in the Blues Brothers movie she was in there. So it was fun recording behind Aretha. So I have no idea what Tina was at Cherokee when I was in doing something. I forget who I was doing at the time, but she was up front in Studio A. And I remember the movie she was working on was a soundtrack for Thunderball.
Oh, wow.
We Don't Need Another Hero and
Yeah.
those songs,
Yeah.
But I never did see her. I mean, I just knew she was in there. You don't just go over and disturb anybody. You could, but anyway, I didn't do that. And
Do you wish you could
I
have,
had
though?
a
Do you
chance.
wish you did
well,
it?
Maybe. I've seen her in concert 3 times.
Oh,
Blew me away every time I saw her.
Yeah.
I was right there the whole time.
Mm.
So, man, can that girl sing and dance? She's
Yeah.
got them both going.
yeah, I
And
mean,
she's better than anybody on the stage, I'll guarantee you that. Not that she overshadows them. She pays homage to every one of them.
yeah.
and she always carried some good dancers with her, good singers and good dancers. It's like Aretha. She had good dancers, but she had great singers behind her. You know, she always knew, and she played piano, and she knew. So I'm sure that Tina, I never did see Tina play anything, but I'm sure that, you know, being married to Ike, and he was a keyboard player anyway, that she knew a lot about music and all. You could just naturally hear it in her voice that she knows.
Yeah, you could tell she was very.
So, you know, I mean, now it's too late. She's retired, and I hadn't retired yet, but I'm about to get tired.
Like, how are you ever going to retire? You have a #1 blues album, Fire It Up. I mean, listen, one of my favorites.
They said, when are you going to retire? And I said, when they stop wheeling me up to a microphone, I guess.
I mean, why stop? You know, I mean.
I don't know. If I could play like I used to, I probably would do more, but I can't. My brain tells my fingers what to do, and they just don't do it anymore. So I'm not making excuses, but my engineer knows. He knows I can't play like I used to. I just can't do it.
Steve, you play the dots.
I do what I do. Maybe that's better. The guy somewhere is taking care of me, making sure I play the right stuff at the right time, I guess. I don't know.
Well, what was the inspiration for this album that you did, Fire It Up?
Well, you know, the thing is, we were in lockdown. You know that. So this band was never saw each other. I talked to Roger several times on the phone. No, she lives here, and the drummer, and I never talked to him. I didn't go over to John Tibbins' house, but I did. We were doing some writing years ago. We used to write once or twice a week, once every Tuesday at least, and maybe another day if we could work it in. And so we had stockpiled about 15 tracks that we didn't have any artists for. And the artist that we were writing some of these songs for, he said, I'm not going to sing them. You know, he played on a couple of them. He said, I'm not going to finish all these tracks, and I'm definitely not going to sing them. I said, okay. I had forgotten about him. And John had called me and said, do you mind if I finish some of these up and maybe get some guys to write some lyrics? And I said, fine with me. Go for it. I'd completely forgotten about these songs. And he brings them forward. He had access because there's a studio in his house.
Yeah.
I don't. But I'm about 5 minutes from the studio. I'm at RCA Studio C now. And we had a studio just down the alleyway for about 20-some-odd years. And so my engineer called me, and he said, I found us a place. They really want us over at RCA. I said, really? He said, yeah, and we don't have to call anybody to move our equipment. All we can do is just carry it down the alleyway and set it up. I said, okay.
Okay.
Go for it. So that's where we're at. I have an office there, and we have a studio there. And the studio was put together originally by Chet Atkins,
oh my,
who I also met several times. Pretty cool guy.
Holy mo! All right, Steve, who have you not met that you wanted to, besides working with Tina? Who else?
Nobody that I can think of. You know, I've met and know 4 or 5 presidents and all their people behind them and all that stuff. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
Now, do you have a new book coming out as well?
Well, I don't know when it'll come out. We have to have everything turned in by the end of July.
Oh, okay. So you got to get crack-a-lacking.
I got to get going. So we do a Zoom call every Friday at 11 o'clock. This particular Friday, we're not doing one. I think that's great.
You have a break.
And so the guy writing it, Mike Reed, he says that he's got enough. He wants to digest some of it before we do another Zoom call. Okay.
All right.
We've done one every week for the past 2 or 3 months.
Wow.
So that's a lot of Zoom time.
Yep. And it's a lot of information, too. Are you enjoying the process?
Oh, yeah. It's fun. And they have to rattle my brain just like you're doing, and a lot of things I don't think of. And when you ask me a question, then I go, wow, I never even thought about that.
Well, one thing you do know is happening this year. Your 80th birthday is coming up in October, and I was told that there's a big old party, and there's going to be a lot of really important people there. So can you let us know a couple of people that'll be on that guest list for your big 80th?
I have no idea. I know some letters that went out, but I don't know if any of them have been returned yet, so I have no idea. The big party of the artists coming in will be September the 7th at the Ryman.
Nice.
And the reason it's at the Ryman a little early is because that was the only date they had available.
Yeah. Well, things are getting booked up now. Everything's open.
A couple of years ago, I told the band that I normally work with for my stuff is 6 Wire. Great
Yep.
band. And
Yep.
I've done a lot of charity stuff with them and some songwriter stuff and
Mm-hmm.
shows here in town locally. And they're great. They know all of my stuff, and that's good. I've done several shows for them or with them. And they asked me a couple of years ago, we want to celebrate your 80th. And I said, okay, that was so far away. Okay, it's going to be great.
Nice.
And then they called me and said, well, good news and bad news. We got the Ryman, but the only date available is September 7th. I said, okay, that's fine, as long as we celebrate it.
It's all
And we
right.
had done something at the Ryman several years ago, and I called a jukebox on stage, and I had about 12 artists come in, and they were only allowed to do one hit and one of their choice. You know, I don't care about your new music. The audience doesn't care about your new music. I want them to come in to hear you do your hit or hits.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're absolutely
Everybody
right.
gets two, and if you only got one, that's fine. If you got more than that, do two songs. That's all you're going to get.
That's it. And that's it. That's what Steve says.
And the Ryman, the guys, they heard hit after hit after hit after hit. I mean, it was amazing what
Pretty
we did.
amazing.
So,
Now, Steve, as you look back at everything you've done and all of the artists you have worked with, what has been the greatest thrill for you on this amazing
I
journey?
have no idea.
There's got to be
The
one
best
thing.
time I had was working at Stax, period, with Booker T and the MGs, with that rhythm section doing sessions.
Yeah.
And we didn't know what was a hit and what wasn't. We just cut whatever we cut that day. If it was 3 songs, 2 songs, or 1 song, whatever, it didn't matter. It all got every song that was brought in was given the same energy by the same guys all the time. Then they would decide what they were going to release as a single. Some of them made it, some of them didn't, so it didn't matter.
Mm-hmm. And you've always said, Steve, it's all about the music. It's all about the music.
Yeah. If the music can get people going, then that's what it's all about. And I have made this comment, and I'll make it to you. If you're not dancing in 2 bars or listen to this album, you're already dead.
Well, you had me dancing at 1, so.
Well, good. And if you're sitting, your butt will be wiggling.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. It's a great, everybody go get fired up,
It's
seriously.
a feel good album, fired up. We're going to fire it up. And I said this last year. I said, we're going to fire it up in 2021. Well, I guess we are.
Yep, absolutely. Now, Steve, you're woven into the most important music genres of our time: rock and roll, soul, blues, disco, country, R&B. You've touched it all. And from your friends Otis Redding to Rod Stewart to Aretha Franklin to John Lennon, you've been on every end of the musical globe. Almost 8 decades later, you're still writing, you're still singing, you're still having fun, talking about it all. And I just want to say blessings to you and your wife, Angel. And whether, Steve, you're the Colonel, your Crop, your Legend, no matter what, keep playing it, Steve. And thank you so much for everything you have given to
You bet,
all of
Kate.
us.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve. All right. Thank you. Oh my God. Was that? I go, oh my God. Woof. I hope you enjoyed that. I really do. Perfect. Coming, I'm the soul man. I'm the soul man. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. Bow, bow, no, no. Oh my goodness. Freaking awesome. I'm here, guys. Hold, please. Oh my goodness. Like, that's not fun. That was freaking awesome. Okay, let me see if I can get back on Facebook. I don't know. Okay. That was great, Steve Cropper. Oh my God, what a pain in my bum my husband is. For real. Yes, I said that. I said that all along. Let's see if this works. Let's see. say yeah. Yeah. Let's see if this works now. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how the audio is on that now. Did my phone crack? Oh, that cracked. So, man. Ow! Dang. I can't. Hey, Kurt.
That's so good. Now, I got off the air with you, and he said to me, I love this guy. He says, did I sound okay?
I mean, you know what, though? What I got from Steve Cropper, he is all about, I mean, you could tell he's such a humble man.
Right.
But he is businessman. He is
Right.
business all the way. There's no
Right.
messing around. Like you're gonna do something because everything this, you know, it's so crazy. As I dug into him,
Right.
everything that man has touched has turned into a hit. Everything. Everything.
And I said to Steve, I says, you must be hungry right now. He says, we're going to go out to eat. I said, what are you going to eat? He said, I'm going to have some drunken noodles, whatever the hell that is. That's great.
You know what? Good for him. He's going to be 80. He can do whatever he
Oh,
wants.
my God. He had a great time with you. And it's amazing the history behind that guy.
No, it's this was nothing. I mean, literally, this stack of paper I have with all of the information, I didn't even ask him half. I say
Right.
that sometimes, but with this gentleman, this legend, this iconic guitar player and producer
Right.
and songwriter, it's ridiculous what he's done.
You could talk to him for hours.
Well, I mean, yeah.
but
you
he's
know,
80 years old this year.
in October. And he's having a big party, and damn it, he should.
Oh, my God.
He should have a big bash.
And I can't believe that he mentioned Neil Schon.
Sean.
Sean or whatever.
Neil Schon.
Whatever the hell the guy's name is. And Tina Turner and the stories he gave about John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd.
Danny.
He said, hey, what are you doing? Go see a movie.
I mean, who can say that?
I can't.
You know?
No one.
I mean,
No one. And talking about Steve Martin, we didn't know that about Steve Martin.
I didn't know he was a writer on Saturday Night Live,
I
but
did not know
I
that.
will tell you.
What's that?
I think the biggest thing was just so cool hearing about how giving John Belushi was, because you don't hear that.
You don't hear that at all.
You really don't.
don't
Nobody.
hear that at all.
Everybody talks about the drugs and the alcohol and the
Yeah,
women.
but- Yeah,
You
whatever.
know what?
It's
Steve,
fine.
and this is what I'm saying about Steve Cropper. He's a positive guy,
Very positive.
and he focuses on all the good stuff, which is awesome.
Right.
And that is why, probably part of the reason, of course, and
Right.
he's very talented. He got to where he is because it's all about, you know, just the good stuff. And, you know,
Right.
we don't have enough of that now.
And congratulate to him and his wife Angel for being married for 30-some
That's
odd
so
years.
cool.
He
So cool.
he loves his wife. He loves.
Of course he does.
adores her. You
Yeah.
know, God. And it was funny how they got married and she read books.
Well, I mean,
I'm like, oh my God, the poor girl.
give Angel credit for going on the road with her
Right.
new husband.
She's saying to
They're
herself,
going on tour.
She's saying, what the hell did I marry? I had to read books. And that was fine, whatever.
Well,
you know,
32 years later, something worked out. It was
sure
it was
did.
a good book.
he's a cool dude, man. I tell you, he's a great individual. And if you hadn't got a chance to listen to some of the music that he's been involved with, songwriting and producing, listen to Kiki.fm. We're gonna play it a lot more in the station.
Out of Love on Fire It Up is my favorite
Oh,
track on that whole new album. So go and get that.
right.
Yeah, pretty good.
Really good.
Pretty good.
Oh, God. I couldn't believe what I was listening to. And working with so many Beatles except for Paul McCartney.
Yeah, 3 out of the 4.
Three out of the
so many.
four.
There's like hundreds of Beatles. No, there's 4. There's 4.
Don't criticize me for what I'm saying, okay? I know there's only 4 Beatles, right?
So worked with so many Beatles. So many.
Listen,
Worked with hundreds of
listen.
Beatles. Worked with 3 out of the 4.
No, stop
But
it.
you know what, though?
Stop it.
If Paul McCartney
Stop
kept
it.
saying to him,
Yeah.
why haven't we worked together yet?
Right.
Well, why haven't they?
Well, because he doesn't want to.
No, I think just one thing.
One time,
You
right?
got to have the iconic
Right.
thing. You and Paul McCartney.
So anybody out there radio listening land knows Paul McCartney. Reach out and tell him to give Steve a call.
Yeah, give Steve Cropper a call.
Give him Steve Cropper a call today.
That would be
right?
amazing.
And I think, I think Steve Cropper will do this. And if he's still listening, he's going to call Danny tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because you say, well, was the last time you talked to Danny? I should give him a call. And he says, oh, Kiki, maybe I should give him a call. So Steve Cropper, give Danny a call tomorrow.
Yeah,
okay?
I want to know. I want to know if he calls Danny.
Well,
And he's still married to Donna Dixon. They've been married for years. She was a very famous actress and model back in the 80s, 70s, 80s.
Donna Dixon?
Yeah,
She's married to Danny?
Dan Aykroyd.
God.
Imagine that.
I mean, I look at all the past videos of the Blues Brothers, and I see Steve in the shots there, and the guitar playing. He's in the movie The Blues Brothers.
There's 2 movies.
I didn't know that. Well, a movie with 2 movies,
Yeah.
and it's pretty cool, man. It's really what a nice dude. So Thursday here on Kiki.fm Coast to Coast, and thanks for joining us here tonight. I
know it's overwhelming, right?
Well,
Like I kind of feel like he's fast.
no, he was good.
He's like
He's fast, but he's good with his information. He's
Yeah.
he's not boring to listen
No.
to. He's like boom, boom, boom,
no,
boom,
like
boom.
he knows what's up. Hi, Wayne.
Yeah.
Wayne from Vegas is here.
Oh, my
He just
God.
got back from Dottie's.
No,
We just wanna say
Wayne
hello.
from Vegas listens to Kiki.f all the time. Thank you for your support, Wayne.
We love you, Wayne.
We love you, Wayne. Everybody say I love you, Wayne.
Wayne's World. Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. And we got some great other interviews coming up this month. And you have an interview coming on next week too, right?
Yep.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a few minutes.
Yeah.
And we got some great stuff coming up later in the month too, which we'll talk about in a week or so too. Correctamundo. So it's gonna be great. Then the month of July, I'm going to take a vacation.
We are going to take a little vacation.
No, we have to.
Thank you, Peter Baker.
Peter Baker's here.
Peter Baker is here.
I love Peter Baker.
Finding your way down on Baker Street.
So Peter Baker's good. Stop saying. So Howard, who's on the morning show with me every morning, he says, what is this, karaoke Kiki.fm? He was listening tonight because it sounded like I was singing karaoke. So it was good.
Yeah.
So Motoring Mark is doing a great job. His review is coming up very shortly.
I think he's going to pass.
Well, I don't know yet. Don't let him get a big head, okay?
All right.
So Motoring Mark was wearing a Dirty Junkies T-shirt.
Oh my God, that got more traction than anything in the world.
Well,
I love it.
But traction. Chris Mullins shared this morning on Dirty Junkies Facebook page.
That's awesome.
And listen to Kiki.fm and Motoring Mark in a nice T-shirt because she wants to sell more T-shirts. And I just can't. And Motoring Mark, he's a sick puppy.
We love Mark.
He's a sick puppy. He really
love
is.
Mark.
He really is.
Everybody.
So Tony, the oyster guy, is going to be on tomorrow morning.
Oh, thank
6:20.
goodness. I was wondering.
And I don't know which girl's going to be on. Either Stephanie or Lindsay going to be on to the Village Hot Bakery and Cafe. Going to be
Nice.
on tomorrow at 7:10.
Nice.
And why? Because tomorrow night is pizza night.
Wait a minute. Are they serving lobster tomorrow?
I don't. We'll find out from them.
Because I need to go. I need me some lobster from the Village Hearth Bakery.
Okay, but we might go on Sunday.
Okay,
we might
okay.
go on Sunday because you have a busy day Saturday.
I have a busy
we
day,
might
like-
go on Sunday. We might go down and see some of the Jamestown. Now, have you ever been to Jamestown? It's a pretty cool place.
It's a beautiful place, just saying.
It's an island. It's right next to Newport, Rhode Island. If you haven't got a chance to visit, you have to go there. You
Yeah.
have to.
It's gorgeous.
It's great.
It's definitely like a hidden gem.
Oh, nobody knows about it. I mean, it's been around.
I mean, people know about it who live there.
Yeah, but
But it's a hidden secret for
it's
sure.
like a ramp before the Newport Bridge, and nobody. But it's great, you know.
Yeah, and people are just focused on. I got to go to
Right.
Newport. I'm going to Newport.
What the hell you going to Newport?
Listen,
Go to Jamestown.
no, you
my
take a right,
Jamestown's
go
great.
to Jamestown,
Great. Jamestown's great.
and then go to Newport after.
They were going to have on in a couple of weeks. Chris from the Beavertail Lighthouse down there. He takes care of all the grounds and stuff like that. He's
Crazy. Imagine that.
He's very excited about being. He might be listening right now. I want to say hi to.
All right, can I just say something?
Go ahead.
Wayne wants me to leave and have Michelle fill in. Do you see what I'm
stop
saying?
it.
He wants me to go
No, I
and
don't
have
want to
Michelle sit here.
No, Michelle's not going to fill.
Do you see what I'm
That's not
saying?
to say.
This is not right.
So.
It's just not right.
And I want to say hi to Carol and Pete. They're from Cranston. I met them down at Beavertail Lighthouse today. They're listening to Kiki.fm right now.
Nice.
So say hello to them.
Carol and Pete from Cranston.
Great people.
Pete and Carol from Cranston. Cranston Carol. I love Cranston.
You love
Listen,
why?
my aunt lived in Cranston.
Okay.
My aunt Norma.
That's
She lived
okay.
in Cranston.
We talked about that.
I know,
already.
but they didn't hear that.
Norma's dead. She's not going to hear it. Or maybe she's going to hear it up in heaven.
Now Wayne said, "Go for lobster next Thursday, so Michelle could sit here." Do you believe this? Do you believe the harassment I'm taking right now? Wayne, you could just go back to Dottie's. That's what you could do.
God. Did you say hello to Kurt earlier?
I said hi to Kurt.
Oh God!
Yeah, hi Kurt. And all of my Journey Junkies friends. If you're not a member of the Journey Junkies fan page, the Journey Junkies JJs, go on Facebook and slap that like button and follow them because they're cute.
So we're gonna play.
Which one? Sure. Oh, yeah. Steve is responsible for the waves and the bird sounds in this song. Did you know that? Sitting till the eve comes. Otis Redding, known as one of the greatest singers of all time, died at the age of 26. Is that not crazy? 26 years old. Who knew? Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Come on, right now. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Home in Georgia, Frisco Bay, live for, yeah, no, sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Yeah, how you doing? Good. I'm hot. Woof, it's hot in here. I have no air conditioning because then it's too loud when I put the air on. It's sad. Roll away. Ooh, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Wait a minute.
Kiki, people don't listen to you whistle.
I am horrible whistler. I used to be a good whistler. I don't know what happened.
You're a horrible whistler.
Horrible.
Why are you whistling on the radio?
That is horrendous because I can feel it. Like I know the rhythm to it. That's horrendous. I'm sorry.
So see what, co-wrote that song?
Yeah, he did.
Oh my God. The history behind is amazing.
It's just beyond belief, really. To be honest,
It really is.
like it's there's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. And my flowers look so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Steve would have liked those.
The flowers that we have in the Kiki.fm studios tonight, we actually picked outside the studios. We have some peonies growing.
But you cut my maple. Why'd you do that? Why are you not answering me? You cut my maple.
Kiki,
Like, it's so pretty.
Kiki, stop criticizing.
Don't kill it. You're going to kill it.
Kiki, how big is that goddamn maple?
That's not the point.
How big is it?
Oh, and guess what? So I saw the rabbit
Oh, God, I can't.
eating a twig. I did. I saw the rabbit eating a twig on one of our big trees.
You saw the rabbit eating a
Yep,
twig?
I sure did. And I read that wild rabbits like bark.
Right. And outside the Kiki.fm studios tonight, we saw a deer actually swimming
No joke.
across the pond.
All right, so here's Al. He's like, what the heck? And he has his binoculars
Right.
with no pants on, and he's looking.
Right.
And he goes, what the? Is that a
Right.
deer swimming to the island? And I'm
Right.
like, I don't know. I have
Right.
things to do. I got to go. Then I go back outside, and I'm like, holy crap. There he is swimming back. The deer
Right.
was swimming back to his wife and
His wife.
child.
And the mama deer and the papa deer have a baby deer, which
Like, beautiful.
you call
Absolutely
a
beautiful.
doe, right?
Yeah.
And it's like there's one big happy family in the back of the Kiki.fm studio.
I'm telling you, man. It is like
I
freaking
mean,
Africa out here.
Peonies.
Like, I'm waiting for a gazelle to hop out.
The rabbits.
And maybe a cheetah.
And now we have a mother deer and a daddy deer.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, right before Kiki went into the studio tonight, I've seen this head popping up and down. I says, is that a beaver? No. And I says, I bet it was not, because my eyesight isn't that good anymore. And I go, what the hell? There's a deer swimming across
you
the
make
pond.
it like you're so sad.
No,
My
I'm fine.
eyesight isn't that good anymore.
It's fine. But the
Yeah.
deer, and then you got a chance to see the deer swim back from the island again. It was great. It was
I'm
wonderful.
like, but he wasn't there very long, so I'm a little confused as to what he actually did.
So Kiki,
Did he get a branch? I don't know.
No, I told you that he was doing that for a reason. He was trying to show the baby deer that someday he's going to have to swim on his own. So the baby deer was actually
guess,
watching
yeah.
him.
That sounds familiar.
And he was doing the breaststroke, you know. But
Right.
Mama usually does the breaststroke, but Daddy was doing the breaststroke.
Mm-hmm.
So who you have on the radio next week?
Oh, you
Kiki?
know what? Let's talk about that. We'll announce it in a couple of days because it's not exactly secured yet.
What?
Yeah,
Why you tell me this before you go on the air tonight?
I did.
You did?
You just didn't pay attention.
Okay. You're not going to.
Thank you. No, but thank you though.
Okay.
We'll come out with it. It's fine.
That's great. Boy,
It's
boy,
fine.
we need a vacation.
Yeah, we do need a vacation. We're very tired.
No, we're not
We're
tired.
tired.
I'm tired.
I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel fine.
Wayne thinks it's Nelson. No, I've already had them.
Oh, my
But
God.
you know what? I'm due to have Matt
Who?
on again. I haven't talked to him in a
Matt?
few years. Matthew.
Matthew,
I talked to Gunner.
you talked to Gunner recently.
Yeah.
Right.
So I should talk to Matthew.
Right. You know who was in that area a couple
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon. Mark from Baltimore. let us know
Right.
that. Yeah.
And Kira Sedgwick. Kira. His
Kira.
wife's name is Kira.
Right.
Kira Sedgwick. She's a very famous actress.
Right. Very famous.
Yes.
So,
So she's here filming a film in Rhode Island.
right.
So her and Kevin
Right.
and Kira
Right.
are here.
Right. So,
They're so cute. Can I just tell you?
What?
Like, they're so cute. They sing to each other. Like, they're
That's
adorable.
sickening. That's sick.
No, it's not. They're adorable.
Kevin Bacon and his wife sing to each other?
It's ridiculous. Like, they're so cute. I have to say.
Talking about what is wrong with
No,
those
they
people?
do. They do. They're adorable. They've been married for decades too. Like, it's so cute.
Really?
Yeah, they're really.
How long have they been
sweet.
married for?
Long time. Long time.
Really?
Yep. And they still dig each other. Like, oh, I love you. Like, they're so into it. Like, it's
Yeah, it's kind of like
cute.
us.
Oh yeah, all the time.
All the time. We kind of dig each
I
other.
love you,
So, Lou Graham, he's
Graham.
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 He's got some new music out, right?
Right.
So,
You know what that's all about.
so,
You know what I just got today?
so what did you just get today, Kiki?
Questions and answers.
What do you
The
mean?
Atlantic Anthology.
What's that? What are you talking about?
1985 to, no, is it 1985 to, or
Speak up so I can hear you. When you
I'm
say
talking to myself.
questions.
I don't know,
and
but
answers?
anyway, I got Lou Graham's new CD, and I'm very
Really?
excited to listen to it and review
Really?
it. For you.
So anybody listening to the sound of your voice right now, if they want to order this, what's the name of the CD again?
Questions and Answers, the Atlantic Anthology.
So if they want to order it, we'll share it on the Kiki.fm platform.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow morning.
Absolutely.
I can't do it right now because I can't do two things.
I've already sold some copies for Lou, which is kind of cool.
That's great.
It's kind of neat.
The orders are coming in.
Coming in.
People-
Well, how could you not want it?
But people love Lou Graham, don't they?
Oh my gosh.
He is.
How do you not love Lou Graham?
So these are actual tracks that never been released before.
I don't know. This is
Oh.
what I'm saying. Like, you have to give me a minute here. I just
Okay.
got it. I
Okay.
just got it.
All right.
So now I have to listen to it,
Right.
see what because he said there are well, I don't know if it's him or his
Right.
producer,
Right.
PR person, or whatever.
Yeah.
Surprises.
So
So I want to know if it's the music he never released from the 80s. I don't
I guess
know. But I don't
Right.
know if I'm going to tell you.
right.
I don't know if I want to tell anybody,
To tell anybody what?
like what the surprise is,
Oh, I see.
because it's
But
a surprise.
But if you want to order it,
Oh, go order it.
go order it on Kiki.fm the platform Facebook tomorrow, right?
Yeah, do it,
And
do
we'll,
it.
we'll share the information on how you can get your copy of the new CD by Lou Graham.
Graham.
The Graham. The album is entitled what again?
Questions and Answers, the Atlantic Anthology.
Oh my God. I can't believe. I thought it was interesting that Steve was saying nobody wants to listen to the new music, but I think new music people haven't heard from Lou Graham. They're gonna love it, aren't they?
I think new music from Lou Graham, the music, it's not new though. See, that's the crazy thing, because he wrote it in the 80s, but it's unreleased. So we don't know if that's part of this album. We just don't know. That would be something I would want to hear. My favorite. This is my favorite Lou Graham song of all time. Cherry Red. Oh yeah. You be Cherry Red or Midnight Blue, baby. That's right. I can't sing because then I'll pop the microphone again. No one's on Facebook now, so I don't even know if the audio is still bad or whatever the deal may be. Anywho. Oh, it is so warm. Let me tell you, today is absolutely gorgeous in Rhode Island, New England. This is a great song. I love it. It is literally like fall here today. I don't know why, but it's the most beautiful. Was just there. Where? You were just where? Rhode Island? No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You weren't in Rhode Island. You would have said something if you were here. Tell me. Wayne, did you go to that show with Carolyn? I'm just curious if you got there to the Phoenix show with Alice Cooper. Lou is coming to Lynn, Mass. Your Facebook feed. Is it bad? Is it bad, Wayne? Tell me. Because I can't see. Because the YouTube comments come and they go as fast as they pop up, which is kind of crazy. So is the audio bad on Facebook still? I don't know why it is doing that this evening. That's kind of strange. People were telling me all night. It was garbled up. So, I mean, yes, it is. Okay, so we're just going to finish that. We're just going to take it down then. I don't know why it's doing that tonight. It must be, maybe it's a Facebook thing. I'm just taking it down. It's garbled. Very strange. But YouTube's okay? I'm going to wait for you to answer me on that, just to make sure. Oh my gosh, I just dropped. Lying in the pouring rain. Is YouTube okay, Wayne? The audio? Yep, okay, cool. So, Wayne, did you go to Carolyn's show with Alice Cooper and John Payne? I'm curious, because I bet that I didn't hear anything about it. YouTube is fine. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. That's very strange. I don't understand that. So, did you go to the show with Carolyn and Alice Cooper and John Payne? If you didn't, that's fine. I just haven't heard anything about it.
I would think that somebody would, say something, but that's why I should have gone. I should have just gone. I wanted to. Hopefully I get to something this year. I gotta get to something. I have to. No, oh, I don't blame you. I'm not a general seat girl either. I hear you. I saw that all the good seats were gone. Oh, it's in full effect, all right. We're full. We're very full. No, I'm on YouTube. Yeah. Facebook, for some reason, I took it down 3 times.
I don't know. Don't everybody
worry
was
about
saying it's garbled. And
Yeah, but you're broken.
Whatevs.
You're broken. That's fine.
Whatevs.
So Steve has worked with Etta James, Aretha Franklin, and all kinds of artists. It was a great interview tonight. If you haven't got a chance to listen to the interview, you'll be able to listen to the interview next week on Kiki Classic Rock YouTube channel, and we'll share it out there. Again, the YouTube channel is Kiki Classic Rock.
Carla Thomas.
Who's Carla Thomas?
She was the daughter. Well, she is the daughter of Rufus Thomas. Big father-daughter. Well, I mean, they didn't. Did they sing? They sang together, but
Right.
Rufus Thomas had his own career, and Carla had her career.
Right.
They were huge at Stax Records in the beginning. Yeah.
That was great.
And Steve said that she's still around, and she would drive up and sing with. I mean, like, that's so cool.
That's really cool. That's very, very cool. But we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight.
Yes.
It has been a great, epic interview with Steve. He did a great job. And you know what? It's all about having fun with music, right?
Yeah.
It's
It is. It really is.
It makes us, connect with each other. It makes us happy, makes us sad. It's all part of our life. And what you're saying with Steve, and I thought it was interesting, and I did not know this, but one of the greatest excitements he ever got in his life was listening to the radio.
He loves the radio.
I did not know that.
He loves it. And I had a few more questions about that, but he absolutely loves the radio.
He just adores, and he says there's nothing more exciting than listening to his song come on the radio. You've heard that from a number of different artists as well.
But let's think about this, Al, right?
Okay.
He started his career in the 50s.
Oh, Steve?
Yeah. He was the A&R guy for Stax Records. So what did they do to promote their artists?
Radio.
Right. They went to
Right.
radio stations.
Right.
That was a very important piece
Right.
of getting an artist heard, was on the radio.
Stax Record. That name was mentioned to me today from the Robin from the Jamestown Press.
Yeah.
The first thing's out of his
Isn't that
mouth.
crazy?
Now, Jamestown Press, the publisher for Jamestown Press, I had a little talk with Robin today. Actually, a long talk because we like to talk. And he says, Steve says, Stax Records. And I'm like, how does he know this stuff? I mean, that's history that this generation doesn't know anything about, right?
Well, I think they do. I mean,
Right.
the people who are really into music, they know what Stax Records is. They know
Right.
what it means. And it was really the relative to Sun Records because they were right across the street or
Right.
right near each other.
Right.
And Sun Records was the home to Elvis, and Stax was home to Booker T and the MGs.
Wow.
I mean, it's just kind of crazy. And the artists that went in and out of those doors, oh my goodness.
It's crazy. I mean, and the stories that Steve shared with us, it was epic. I mean, it was really great history.
Oh, yeah.
About the Beatles and everything that he did with
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live and all that good stuff too.
But I love when I asked him
What's that?
about Saturday Night Live, and he said it was just crazy. I mean,
Yeah, but he says a great group of people.
yeah, but think about it. You know,
Right.
the 70s and
Right.
this crazy show
Right.
had just started, and I can only imagine the
Right.
electricity that was there. And
Right.
just they were able to be creative. They were able to be themselves.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure some of it was scripted, but some of it was improvised. You know
Right.
it was.
Right. It was great stuff. I mean, as
The
you
early days of Saturday Night Live, man. You can't compare.
But you and him talking about Saturday Night Live, I was peeing in my pants just listening to it. You were like two kids in a candy store. Oh, it was great back then, and this and that. I mean, he enjoyed talking about Saturday Night Live because that's like he can't watch it now, which is fine. I mean, things have changed.
Because
whatever.
things have changed.
Right?
You know, times have changed, and political views have changed.
Right.
So, and Saturday Night Live has a lot of political views on there.
It did back in the day, and it was funny as hell. It was really good. But he just like he was happy talking about it. I mean, you hit a nerve with that guy tonight because when you got off with the interview with him, I talked to him for a few minutes. Besides going for a drunken whatever the hell he was going for.
Oh, stop!
But he says I really enjoyed myself tonight. He really did, and it came through in his voice and his stories. And he's a cool dude, man. He really is from Nashville, Tennessee. It's all happening.
Loved it. I loved it. I mean, cool guy. Really, really, just it was a pleasure. Saturday Night Live, baby. Whatever gets you through the night. All right. All right. Ah! Mark, thank you so much. Did you get to hear it? Did you hear it on here or did you hear it on the radio? This is like so sad that I have to even talk about this tonight, but it's what it is. You know, sometimes there are technical. I think I blew out everything out. I'm going to hear it after the show. Like, I'm totally, why'd you yell at the microphone? I mean, I didn't mean to. It was a Journey song. I can't. I always do that. Don't you guys yell to Journey? I mean, it is what it is. So we still have the bunnies in our yard. Little baby bunnies. And now we have the mama, daddy, and baby deer. And birds are just really intense. They come around here lately. I don't know. I see them chasing each other or coming really close to me. I don't know what is happening lately, but the animal thing is real. You listen to it on the radio. Okay. Well, that's good. That's awesome. I'm sure it sounded great there. And then I'll put out the interview next week. I'm probably going to have to do 2 or 3 parts. You know, it's tough. I did an interview a few weeks ago. It was like an hour plus, a little bit over an hour long. And I just can't upload a whole hour video to YouTube. They won't take it. I don't know. Or from my computer. I don't know. The night. It's all right. All right. All right. All right. Oh my God. Oh. It's good stuff, man. It's just good stuff. I think of Saturday Night Live. I just think of Saturday Night Live. It is. I talked to Steve Cropper. Yep. You gave me beautiful flowers, which we've never gotten these from our garden, so I'm very happy about that. I don't know. Shut up. Lee, happy birthday. God, how are you? We miss you so much. All right, so tell me, Lee, is the show happening here? Okay.
And Johnny Fedovich and Rick and Mimi Bierman and my crazy wife Marianne.
So This is Lee Evans' birthday today, and he's experiencing his birthday in North Dakota. How cool is that, Lee?
Oh, I'm ecstatic about it, mate.
You know, and I saw your post. Your wife never posts anything. She says, "Oh, it's my husband's birthday, and we're in North Dakota. Why?" This is
Right.
funny as hell.
Yeah.
My God.
Well, Steve O'Gerry's joining us later today.
Oh,
But,
nice.
Yeah, his flight was delayed a couple of hours, so he won't get here until about 8:30.
Really?
We started early without him.
Really?
You know what? Good for you. And you must be so happy you're back out doing this, Lee.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm in the middle of North Dakota, but
And there's that.
but so is all of the people that I love, you know. So it's sort
Right.
of all together.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you're having dinner at a Mexican restaurant. What do you have, John Payne with you tonight?
Yeah, John's here.
Really?
And, yeah, and Johnny Fedovich, the drummer, as you know.
Right.
Johnny.
Yeah.
We know
Yeah.
Johnny.
Is John Payne near you right now?
He is. He's right by here.
Can you give me the phone for a second so Kiki can say hello?
Absolutely. Hey, John.
John.
Oh.
Hey, John, you're live on the radio right now, coast to
Kiki.
coast, on Kiki.fm. Are you drunk yet, John?
No, I will be, but actually no, because it's show day tomorrow, so I won't get drunk tonight. I've got margarita, so I'm gonna celebrate Lee's birthday tomorrow and get completely messed up, like properly fucked up.
So we're talking to John Payne, featuring John Payne in Asia and everything else. Sure, have you ever been to North Dakota before, John?
I did a long time ago. It was really funny. We did a show with Ted Nugent,
Oh,
and Ted Nugent came into the dressing room to speak to Jeff Downs. He goes, "Oh, so you're Jeff Downs? Hello, I'm Ted Nugent." And he said, "Oh, very nice to meet you." And Ted Nugent goes, "I hate keyboards. Look at the video before our show." And Ted Nugent had a video before the show that was him walking around hunting with a shotgun, and he was shooting keyboards in the trees.
like why? Why?
Oh,
Who
my
does
God.
that?
Oh, my
Well, Ted
God.
Nugent does it.
That was the last time I've been here. So that was probably in the late 1800s.
Or the late 80s, whatever comes first.
Oh my God!
I've been a really bad boy today. I got told off by everybody because I forgot Lee's birthday.
Oh my, John.
John,
John.
I know.
John, do you have any idea how old Lee is today?
Don't ask that.
Lee's 73 today.
73. No,
Yeah.
I understand from very good sources.
my God.
He's 69. Is that true?
Can't.
No, he looks much older. He looks much older.
Oh my God!
John, are you totally excited to be back out on the road again?
Oh man, in rehearsals yesterday, I got to sing. It's a long set, so it's over 2 hours,
Oh, wow.
and we're actually doing something like 12 Journey songs and
Whoa.
something like about 10 Asia songs.
Oh, wow.
We're doing Wheel in the Sky, which I've never done before
Dang.
with Steve.
Really?
Nice.
And yeah, we haven't done that one before. There's another couple we haven't done, but it was quite hard because I just came out of a long session in the studio as engineering and mixing for Eric Norlander. His wife is called Lana Lane, and she's been quite a successful artist.
Oh, wow.
Great singer. She sings like Ann Wilson meets Karen Carpenter.
Oh, my,
Oh, my
gosh.
So she, Eric Norlander's got the Dukes of the Orient with
Right.
me,
Right.
and he was in Asia FJP for a while.
Yep.
But
A great musician. Really great guy.
great musician.
Right.
But his wife, he's done several records with his wife, and they actually signed to my own record label, Frontiers.
Wow.
So that record's going to be finished in July. So we got Jeff Coleman, who came and did the guitars, and then a guy called Greg Ellis did drums on this session. And Greg did all the drumming on 300, The Matrix, Sucker Punch, Iron Man.
Jesus.
God,
So really great drummer and percussionist. So
Wow.
that's
I've been like crazy
Really?
busy.
that is so cool.
John, I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Anything, you doing anything with Lou?
Well, I was going to be. We were talking about some songs with Lou, and Lou played me a whole bunch of these great songs unreleased. But I think it's kind of difficult wrangle because although they never released them, they were recorded during a time period when Atlantic had the masters.
Oh,
But and it's kind of a gray area, and I think Lou just doesn't want to be bothered with fighting it. It's like,
Right.
oh,
and there were some great songs there.
yeah.
So you're performing.
It's from the. I tell you, it's from the Midnight Blue era.
Oh, my
We just played that a few minutes ago with the Midnight Blue.
Oh,
So you,
Midnight Blue is a great song.
Oh, it's my favorite. It's my favorite
So
Lou
you're
song.
performing in North Dakota with Steve Ojiri. He's on his way there now too, right?
Yeah, that loser. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Can't even catch his flight in time.
I know he's always late for everything. Is by chance is Moni with you tonight too?
Moni's with us, unfortunately, as well. Yeah.
Really? Can we talk
Yeah.
to? Can we talk?
Wait a minute. Hold on, John. I have one more question for you.
Whatever. Go ahead, Kiki.
John, did you ever go to lunch with Billy Gibbons?
Oh yes. Several times, but we went to the local. He loves his Mexican food. We went to the local Mexican restaurant, and we've become great friends.
That is
And
amazing.
he's so gracious. People come up to him and say, "Excuse me, Mr. Gibbons, can I have your autograph?" He goes, "Come and sit down." So
Oh, my
he
God.
sits down and talks to him, and the guy's amazing,
Yeah.
and he's got enthusiasm for everything: cars, clothes. He's immaculately dressed all the time.
And I got to tell you,
He's-
John, I watched the documentary Because of You on Netflix, and it
Oh,
is,
isn't it amazing?
oh my God, it was so good. So good. I enjoyed every
And-
minute of it.
I'll tell you some off the record stories when I next see you from Billy, but there's some great ones there.
Oh, I can only imagine.
But what amazing! Same lineup since I think 1969.
Right. They've been,
Right.
they've
I
been
think it-
together.
I think in '71 they signed to London Records, and then just before that he had a band called the Moving Sidewalks,
Right.
which
Right.
is a really good band.
Yeah. That's so crazy. And
Yeah.
now you're friends with Billy Gibbons, John. Like, what's better than that?
And John, I don't have any friends, but that's okay.
Oh, you don't have any friends?
No, I
That's
don't.
a bit like Lee. He doesn't have any either.
God.
That's his birthday.
Well, John, Asia featuring
Going on,
John
but
Payne.
He's got a phone that's like a brick. It's like, and it's got something in the middle of it.
What the hell is he talking about?
You want to talk to Kiki?
Yeah, can we talk?
Love you, John.
Mary Ann wants some serious words with you.
Oh,
Okay, good,
This
good.
this is Lee Evans' wife. It's Lee.
Bye, John. Love you.
Love you, John.
Bye, sir. Love you too.
I love you.
Love you too. Love you too, John.
Oh no, that was for him, not you.
Oh, okay, bye.
But I do love you too.
On the air, coast to coast, Kiki.fm. We're gonna.
Hey, Kiki.
Marianne, I love you.
Marianne, I love you.
I love you too, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So I'm wondering, do you need more so me, right?
I would love some. I would love some. Get it? Some. So me.
Well, so we have to get you some more so me.
Well, let's go.
So,
Let's go.
Marianne, you're on coast to coast right now and around the world on Kiki.fm. We called to wish you a happy birthday to your handsome husband, Lee, today. So, how old is Lee today?
Oh my God.
No, how old is Lee?
51.
51.
All right, Marianne, tell us how you guys met.
Say that again, Keith.
Tell us how you guys met.
Oh, so my house burned down,
Oh.
and when it was being repaired, the construction company that was repairing it did a really crappy job, and I was bitching. And so they sent in their COO of the company to try to calm me down, and it was Lee. And I was like, you are not going to impress me with that accent, that British accent. And so I married him.
So we ended up impressing you.
Yeah, Oh yeah, I mean seriously, that accent is like, it's a killer. But yeah, and he's a nice guy.
Yeah, and then there's that. Yeah.
Yeah, then there's that.
Marianne, what do you mean by that accent is a killer? What do you exactly mean by that, Marianne?
Well, it's those British folks, like John, they come and they talk with that cute little accent, and us Americans fall for it.
It's
in
true.
a
Right.
big time.
You're saying that.
I mean,
I know.
Do you
I
say
hear
that British accent is actually sexy?
I think so. I do. Oh, and then when he started calling me darling, I
Oh.
can't even say darling. I mean, I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker.
Marianne,
Wow.
how is SoMe doing? Like, what happened through the pandemic? Did you guys were still doing everything though?
Well, so we had 3 months of total shutdown. I
Yeah.
mean, like nothing happening because all the doctor's offices were closed. And then, which was bad because SoMe was just starting to take off, and then boom, everything closed down. But now it's actually, everything is picking up. I mean, I think a year of people being on Zoom and looking at their faces, and they're like, oh my God, I need something.
Me, I'm like, I need a neck lift. I need a lower face. I need something.
So
I know. I was on this podcast or whatever, and I looked at my face, and I'm like, oh my God, what is that line there?
Right.
What's that chunk in my face?
Oh, you look
I ran
beautiful.
over-
Stop.
Well, I ran over to my staff, and I'm like, I need a Vivace. I need to have my SoMe filled up.
Oh my God.
I never got my Vivace. I need my Vivace.
Oh, I have to arrange for you to get a Vivace
Yeah.
because, it really is the best RF microneedling, and it really tones and, makes your face look good. And there's so many people now that they're on Zoom. That business is just spiked with people saying, okay, I need to get this. I need no downtime. I just need to look better, and I need to be able to, be on the Zoom and look good. So
No, it's true.
it's really
God.
picking up.
It's totally true, and I'm glad that everything is just and it seems like the beauty industry is just exploding once again. Everybody, the masks are off, so the lipstick is being sold, the makeup's being sold, and the treatments are being sold.
Yeah, I mean, the aesthetics industry, which took a hit, but it is like back faster than anybody thought it was going to be.
Well,
And I guess the Botox and the filler has really, hitting out of the ballpark, and body contouring is starting to be really big. Although, from Zoom perspective, you don't really get to see the body.
Right.
But,
And it is funny because like you'll see someone on Zoom and then you'll see them in person and go, oh,
yeah.
Right.
oh, hi.
Filters.
So people listening.
Who are you?
People listening right now, coast to coast on Kiki Down FM, might not be familiar with the product that you and Kiki are talking about. The product that is called SoMe. Is that correct, Marianne?
Right, exactly. SoMe, and just for people who don't know, so a lot of people have heard of platelet-rich plasma, PRP, and they'll
Yum.
get a treatment and they'll have PRP put on their face. But what our product does is it basically takes your own PRP, puts it in a serum. It protects that PRP for up to 120 days. So you literally walk out with your own personalized topical skincare product. You're using your own growth factors, and nothing works better for your face than your own growth factors. So it's really starting to take off because people don't want all those other products. And it was cool. What I like, and I don't know about you, Kiki, but I don't have time to put 10 products on my face or
No.
whatever. So I just use one,
Yep.
and that's SoMe.
Right.
So it makes it easy.
Absolutely.
So if people want to get in touch with you, if they want to order the SoMe product, how do they do it, Marianne?
Well, they have to find either their dermatologist, their med spa, plastic surgeon, whoever they go to, or they can go to Aesthetics Biomedical, which is my company, and they could just look in the physician's finder and find out the physicians around that have Vivace or have SoMe, the products, those two treatments, and if not, just contact us and we'll get them hooked up with somebody.
Right. And you were so fortunate when you were launching this product, you've launched it for a long time. You had Paula Abdul as a spokesperson for the product that you developed and created, correct?
Well, we had Paula, and she was there for a while, and then we moved to Molly Sims.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Molly's been the advocate for the past 6 months or year. Gosh, time has flown by so quickly.
Yep.
So we started out with Paula, and then Molly Sims. and it's just been picked up by, a bunch of different folks using it. But we're trying to move to, we love having like the Paulas, and we love having the, Molly's, these people that are so known in either, entertainment industry or the, the influencers in the skincare market. But, we really want to get it to the fact that, hey, this isn't just a, product for stars. It's a product for you and me, right?
Right.
It's all about me,
Right.
It's so me.
But
That's so me.
Marianne, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Kiki looks fabulous. I tell you.
Well, I kind of need more. I need more, though. I need that Vivace.
But people comment all the time how good she looks.
Oh, for crying out loud.
No, they never say anything about me, but they always say how good she looks. And now she's giving her secret away because she uses So Me, right?
Well, here's the thing. We need to get you on So Me.
Right? Oh,
And everybody can talk about how good you look.
yeah. Let's do that.
That'll never happen.
Let's do
My
that.
God, my
Oh,
God.
come on.
What?
John was asking for So Me. I'm getting John hooked up to get So Me.
Oh.
John is getting So Me too?
Absolutely.
Well, he needs
It's
it
not
anyway.
For women,
Right. God, that's great.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Well, Marianne, I know you're very excited about sharing your experience with your birthday with your husband tonight in North Dakota. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
What? Actually, I got here thinking I was going to be nice and cool, and it was hot.
Oh,
it was like
geez.
hot and humid.
Really?
And so, yes. So, my hair is doing the old, shoosh, freezing up because the humidity.
I can't stand when that happens.
my
Mine it's like wiry,
Right.
No, it's like Florida. I'm like, North Dakota's supposed to be cool and, beautiful out. And I'm like, either I didn't pay attention to geography in
my God.
when I was in school, or I'm missing something here, or global warming has hit and I didn't realize how badly it's hit.
Yeah, no
My
kidding.
God. Well, congratulations on being married to a British guy, and thank you so much for sharing your experience.
A Welshman. Let's be
Welsh.
clear, a
Oh, I'm
Welshman.
sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Jeez, Al.
He'll be offended. He's not just British, he's Welsh.
Come on, Al.
Marianne, do you see? Is Moni in your site? Can you see Moni there?
He's not here.
He's not. He left.
No, he's still back at the hotel.
Oh, he's back at the hotel. What about Johnny? Is Johnny there?
Johnny's here.
Can I
Hold on
talk
a
to
second.
Johnny?
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Bye, Marianne. Love you.
Love you, Marianne. God, I love Johnny.
I'm on air?
Yes, you're on the radio right now, coast to coast and worldwide on Kiki.fm.
Sorry, Johnny.
Is this the epic drummer, the guy who has all kinds of drums and instruments, knows how to do the paradiddles? Johnny, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just in North Dakota somewhere at a Mexican restaurant. That makes total sense, doesn't it?
God.
I didn't even know there was a Mexican restaurant there, to be honest.
I was surprised. But they are serving a lot of seafood, so that's good to know.
Perfect.
Wait. You're in North Dakota, you're eating seafood? What the hell's the matter with you folks? What are you going to eat?
Well, first of all, I'm in a band with John Payne, so that's the first problem. But other than that,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, Johnny, how you been? I haven't seen you in such a long time. How you doing, dude?
No, I'm doing good. I'm doing really well.
Great. I love all your posts.
How about you guys? What's going on with you? You guys good too, right?
We're good. We're just, hanging, doing interviews, and life is good, man,
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. We're just hanging out, playing music, and I pretend I play the drums someday, but someday I hope to grow up and be just like you, Johnny.
Yeah, no, I pretend to play the drums all the time. So, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Well, have yourself a good night. Let me talk to the birthday. Moni didn't come back.
He's not there, huh?
No, I know. Is Moni in his? Moni is
not here.
He's not there.
He's not there.
He's in his hotel room.
Yes, he is.
What's he?
usually
Oh, my
does.
God.
Is Moni by himself in his
Oh,
hotel
my
room?
God.
I don't know. I don't want
Okay.
to know.
Well, Johnny, maybe you should go knock on his door, make sure he's awake.
Oh, my
You know.
goodness. Oh, my God.
Look,
Leave him alone.
Johnny, nice to talk with you. Let us talk to the birthday boy one more time. Lee Evans.
Bye, Johnny.
Nice chatting with you guys. Okay, see
Love
See you later, Johnny.
Love you, Johnny. Wake up, Moni. Can I talk to Lee Evans?
Yeah.
Lee Evans. We don't mean to interrupt your dinner. I know it's a big birthday celebration. It's not often in your lifetime you turn 69, but happy birthday.
Right. Thank you, mate. Great. Hey, Al,
Yeah. What?
So I land in, I think they call it Minot here, right? I would say Minot, right? So I
Yeah.
landed there yesterday,
Yeah.
and I got a blooming speeding ticket.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You got
I
to.
got a speeding ticket driving to the hotel.
What do you?
That's the worst, Lee.
How fast?
How do you even do that?
How fast were you driving, Lee Evans?
Well, I was doing 85 in a 70. It's not too bad.
It's not, but it's still over.
What kind of
It's
car?
still over, yeah.
What kind of car were you driving, Lee Evans?
Well, it was a rental. It was like an SUV GMC Yukon thing.
Yeah, cool.
And I think there was no traffic. The roads was clear, so I was skipping along.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I look in the mirror and there's a disco going on. You know, the lights are flashing everywhere.
Happy birthday.
Oh my God! So was the policeman nice to you? A policewoman?
Oh yeah. Oh, he gave me the ticket with a smile on his face. He was really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're probably the only person he's seen in 25 days.
So Lee Evans, is there a fine with the ticket? Do you have to go to court?
No, $75, which is not bad.
Not bad. No.
I mean,
No.
if I knew speeding tickets were that inexpensive in North Dakota, I would have done 105. You know?
Well, there's always tomorrow.
Oh my God!
I mean, you know. Love you, Lee. Happy birthday. We're seeing you soon, man. Have a great birthday. All right, love you. Bye. I love this song. Oh my God. I love this song. Who likes Simple Minds in the house? Quinn! Yes, you are a little bit late, but you know what? That's okay. Look at, I have the Moxie lashes on, but they're just like the ends, and I like these a lot. I think I'm going to order more of these. I like them. Instead of the whole eye. Yeah. You follow through. Who likes Simple Minds? Raise your hand. You follow me. Ready? Kiki's karaoke. And I follow you. What you gonna do when it all cracks up? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the flames go up? Who is gonna come and turn the tides? What's it gonna take to make a dream survive? To crush the storm inside? Alive and kicking. Stay until your love is. Who knows the song? Come on now. Alive and kicking. Jim Kerr, Simple Minds. Stay until your love is. Until your love is alive. My chair's squeaking. That's right, Mark, right? Unbelievable. You got to put him in your report. So I can see. Damn it, I wish I was in North Dakota. Not that, like, what's there? Well, John Payne and Steve O'Jerry are there. And the amazing band. All or nothing. You fall. Oh, I am like screwing up the words. I'm sorry, Jim Kerr and Simple Minds. And Chrissy Hind. They're not married anymore. That's okay. Ready? What you gonna do when it all comes wrong? What you gonna do when it all cracks up? What you gonna do when your love comes down? Or what you gonna do to make... Auntie Lisa likes Simple Minds! Me too, Auntie Lisa! To calm the storm inside, don't say goodbye, don't say goodbye. If I don't save you, who's gonna save you? Ooh, oh. Come on, Auntie Lisa. I love and Kiki. Stay until your love is. Come on now. I love and kicking. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. I love and kicking. Ready? Stay until your love is. Love is. I love and kicking. Right? Right? That's right. He's playing the piano right now. Boom, 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 boom. Playing the piano. Jim Kerr. No, he's not. It's not him. Like, I love Simple Minds. Gosh dang it. Ooh, oh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, oh. Come on now. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Ooh, oh. Ready! Who's the girl singing in this? I don't know. Ooh, oh, I love and kicking. Stay until your love is. That's right. I love and kicking. Ba-da-da-da, ba-ba-da-da-da, ba-ba-ho-ho. I don't think my phone's cracked. I think this thing is cracked. I just bought this glass thing on my phone. Darn it. It fell on the floor and well, good thing the screen's not cracked. That's good. What did you just, Alive and Kiki? Jesus. I don't know what you're saying.
Whatever.
I think John Payne should sing this song.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I do. I think he should.
Oh, God.
What's wrong with that? I think John would do a friggin' amazing job singing Alive and Kicking.
You know what? Wasn't it great to talk to those people?
Love them. Can I just tell you?
What?
They're going to sing Wheel in the Sky?
Can you believe that?
Hello?
Can you believe that they're going to sing Wheel in the Sky? You know, co-written by Robert Fleischman?
Pretty amazing.
Oh,
Pretty freaking amazing.
it was great to talk to Johnny. It was great to talk. Marianne, I could talk to her for hours.
Yeah. Sweetheart.
All I wanted to say to her was strawberries, but I couldn't.
I wanted to, too. I just so badly wanted to say, is there a strawberry close by?
No.
Can you flick it at someone's head?
She's a great lady.
She's freaking awesome.
She's funny as hell, too. She really is.
Like, when are we going to see these guys?
Soon, we hope to see him soon. So we're just talking to Lee Evans. He does a lot of, tours with different rock groups and stuff like that. But Steve Algieri, former lead singer of Journey, tomorrow is going to be appearing in North Dakota. With Asia featuring John Payne, the great group of guys there. Great musicians. And we've been following them for a long time. They've been following us. And we've created a friendship with them. And as I said, I don't have any friends, but I consider them.
Yeah, it's true.
I consider them friends because they're kind of cool to hang out with, right?
Right.
No,
they're awesome. Like, I want to go right now.
And I call Lee and I says, can you be on the radio with us tonight? Yeah, okay, mate. It's funny as hell.
We love him.
He loved it, And they eat Mexican food. And John Payne sharing this story. He performed recently at a private gig with Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. And now he has a friendship with Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top.
I mean, hello.
Oh, my God.
Hi.
It's great.
Hi. It's just me and Billy Gibbons hanging out.
No, it's cool stuff, man. It really is.
But see, Billy Gibbons is a cool guy. Of course he is, and I bet Dusty Hill is, and Frank Beard. They all seem like really cool guys.
Cool.
And you know what? People like totally ranking on me because they're like, Frank Beard never had a beard. Guess what?
Don't worry about Kiki. Don't worry about that.
He did have a beard.
About Kiki,
but he did.
But don't talk about that stuff. But
he did have a beard.
You can't make everybody happy. Somebody criticized
Frank Beard had a beard.
Go
watch the Netflix documentary.
Frank Beard was born with a beard, right?
No.
He came out of his mother's whatever, and he says, "Oh, it's what is that? An ape? No, it's Frank Beard."
Hey guys, if you haven't seen the
ZZ Top,
Mark said he'll be your friend, so that's nice. At least you got him. That's good.
Oh, I love Mark.
If you haven't seen the ZZ Top documentary on Netflix, so good.
It really is.
That little old band from Texas. Oh my gosh, it's such a great documentary. I loved it.
Really, it's really, really good. and the stories.
Frank Beard never had beard. Yes, he did.
Right.
Yes, he did have
had
a beard. He had a beard.
So,
And he said because it never looked as good as the other two guys, he shaved it.
right. So we're talking to John.
He did have a beard.
Talked to John Payne a few minutes ago. And we talked.
Right.
And if Steve Ojeri was there, he would have talked to you as well too. So
He would have.
We're going to be releasing on Kiki.fm their tour dates coming up as of Monday.
Thank
If you
God.
listen to Kiki.fm, you're here with
Oh my
John.
gosh, Mimi was there too. How come you didn't talk to her?
Who?
Mimi,
Who's
Lee's friend Mimi. She says hi to you all the time.
How you know Mimi's there?
Because he said it.
Oh, he did?
Yes. You didn't even talk to Mimi.
Are you sure Mimi was there?
Yes, I'm positive.
Hang on, I'm going to call him.
No, don't call back. Don't call. They're busy. Dude, don't do it. Al, don't do it.
I had to.
They're having dinner.
I don't care.
They're having oh my God, I can't.
No, I want to say hi to Mimi because I feel bad.
Oh
I
my
feel
God.
bad. I don't know if you know.
I cannot believe you just did that.
I know.
Hey, Lee, sorry to bother you. Is Mimi there?
Yeah, she is.
Can I talk to her real quick? Because Kiki was riffing me another name because I didn't say hello to Mimi. Can I talk to Mimi real quick?
Oh, yeah. Here you go, man.
Okay, thanks. See, Kiki, This is Mimi.
Yes, good evening, Al. How are you?
Good evening, Mimi. See, Kiki was criticizing me because I talked to everybody that was there, and she said you didn't talk to Mimi. She was calling me every name in the book. You're live.
I was Mimi.
You're live on the radio right now, coast to coast on Kiki.fm. So how the hell are you, Mimi?
I am doing fabulous. How are you guys this evening?
Great. You sound so formal. You sound like a very polite person.
Well, I'm just putting up a front.
Wait, are you a crazy?
I'm in a public space.
Oh, really? Are you a crazy party animal, Mimi?
No, I'm not. I'm pretty mellow.
You're pretty mellow. Yeah.
Mimi, what made
Pretty
you
mellow.
decide to go to North Dakota?
We were actually in Nashville at the time, and Lee sent me a message and said it was one of the first gigs out of the gate, and it's about 11.5-hour drive from where we live, and if we're interested, come on out. So
Fantastic.
of course, we checked our schedule, and we just happened to be available, so we jumped in the car, and here we are.
That is, so you drove from Nashville to there.
Well, we were in Nashville when he messaged us. We're actually from Chicago area. So
Oh, okay.
It's about 11.5-hour drive.
No, can I ask you a personal question, Mimi?
Sure.
Sure.
I may not answer, but you can ask.
What were you doing in Nashville?
We were on vacation.
Oh, you were. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Where did you stay in Nashville?
We have a timeshare over by Opryland.
Really? That's
And we were actually on our way down. We had took a trip from our house down to our ultimate goal was to go down to Talladega for the NASCAR race with some friends. And Nashville is like a good overnight spot.
wow.
So yeah, we stopped over on the way down and went to Talladega for a few days, came back to Nashville and
Right.
headed home.
Now,
Yeah.
Can I ask you another personal question?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to start charging you.
I know,
Go
right?
ahead.
You should discharge him.
Do you like Lee Evans?
Oh my God.
Who doesn't like Lee Evans?
Right?
Yeah. Now, how old is Lee today, Mimi?
Oh my God.
Lee is about 742 years old today.
God, John Payne said he was 73 years old.
No, he said he was 1700.
What is the current age of dirt lately? I'm not sure.
God. So you like Asia featuring John Payne? You like that? You like them, don't you?
I sure do. Yeah.
Right. Have you seen Steve Ojeri before?
I have, yes. I've seen him a couple times, actually.
He's
Yes.
freaking awesome, isn't he?
He is. He's very talented, yes.
Great.
So, Mimi, since you're from Chicago, will you be attending Lollapalooza?
I will not. I'm not a big music festival person, and I've heard various stories of how Lollapalooza goes down, so it's not really my cup of tea per se, but
Okay.
I do follow a lot of people that go and attend the concerts there, and I kind of live vicariously through them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wanted to go see Journey, but they just started doing the one-day tickets, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know, because it seems like it's just a general admission thing, unless you buy a VIP, and then you're still not guaranteed a seat. Like it's like you have to
Absolutely.
fight for it for
Right.
a few $1,000s, and I'm like, I don't think so.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, maybe.
I'd rather be sure.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with that.
So Mimi, thank you. I'm sorry to interrupt your dinner. What are you eating tonight, Mimi?
I'm thinking of ordering the carne asada.
Ooh,
Oh wow! Mimi,
sounds fancy.
Mimi, are you drinking tonight?
I sure am. I'm having a house margarita.
Oh wow! Wow!
Rock on, girl.
Now, ask another question.
It's Thursday, you know.
Oh, good answer. Boy, you got a job here. The check is in the mail, my girl. Now,
Awesome.
have you met Moni yet? The Moni, the guitar player. Have you met? Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
Is he there? Is he still up in his room?
Ow.
He's still in his room.
Oh my
Leave
God!
Moni
What is
alone.
Moni doing in his room? I want to know that. Right?
We know it's best we don't know what he's doing. in his room.
Okay. All right. Well, Mimi, have yourself a good night. Okay.
Absolutely. You guys too.
Bye, Mimi. Thank you.
Mimi, before you go, tell John Payne we're going to be playing his version of Only Time next, right here, coast to coast on Kiki.fm. Is that okay?
Oh my goodness, that's a lot to remember.
No, just tell him we're playing one of his songs, okay?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right.
Have fun, Mimi. Bye. I know, but you give so much information. That's the problem, and no one can. I can't even remember what you just said. God help you. And I only remember only time will tell. I mean, that's all I know. Asia. It's Asia. Asia. It's Asia. Oh my God, between Lou Graham, I can't. I just can't. So, guys, I mean, hopefully this was a fun night for you. And I'm sorry I'm on my phone. I'm just getting another interview thing. So it's just like there's so much going on. And that's why we have to take a little time off because we have a lot going on, which is a good thing. It's all good. It's all good. And I can't. Oh my God, when am I going to a show? I want to see this guy. And then, so John is actually coming to the Rhode Island area in November. And they had tickets on sale and now they're not on sale. And I'm like, what the heck? What the heck? I don't even know what's going on. So I'm hoping that John performs with John Payne and Steve Archeri so that I can see all of them together and sit on John Waite's lap. I won't do that. Yes, I will. And I really want to meet Robert Fleischman in person this year. Like, that's a goal of mine. I would love to. He's probably running out his door right now saying, no, please, I'm not here anymore. I don't live here. So I don't know if he will allow it, but hopefully that will happen. We'll see. Hopefully we can get some stuff done this year. Fun stuff. We want to do some fun things. That's why we have to take a little time off in July. Because it's just, woo! Yeah. Sorry. Anywho, hopefully you guys are going to have an amazing weekend. The weather, like I said, the weather here is great. It's as if it's fall today. So it was really a beautiful day here on Rhode Island. And I'm loving the heat, though, I will tell you that. I mean, it's hot in here right now. Whew, I'm like, but I love it. I love the summer. I love the summer. It's really my cup of tea. Yeah. It is. What's up? Anything up? It was a good night. This is a really good night. Got to wish our friend a happy birthday, talk to all of our other friends. This is good. It's a good thing.
Got to hang with you guys. I'm sorry about Facebook. I really don't know what happened with Facebook tonight, but it is what it is, right? I mean, that was completely out of my control. I don't know. I can't even really look into it because I don't know. Only time will tell. Now, only time will tell. Wait a minute, you have to do it British. Only time will tell.
Did I do it right? No.
I don't know.
That was bad. That was bad. That was bad.
Marianne thinks British people are sexy. I don't know.
They are.
They are. So it's been a great show tonight. We had a lot of interaction with tons of people. We want to say thank you to Steve.
Oh, Steve Cropper. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Great interview. If you did not get a chance to listen to the interview tonight, it'll be up on YouTube next week on the YouTube channel Kiki Classic Rock. It's really nice stuff to listen to. The history and everything else. You'll enjoy it. And it's so great to wish happy birthday to Lee Evans tonight. He's 73 years old, but he's still
he's 1752.
So nice to talk to his wife tonight, Marianne.
Yep.
So nice to talk to Johnny tonight. It's so nice to talk to John Payne tonight. What a great guy he is.
Well, we love John. I love John.
And I'm so glad that I wasn't negligent in my job description. I got to talk to Mimi.
Yeah.
And I know we're going now, but I try to get a hold of him, but he didn't answer his phone, Moni. Moni's in his bedroom in the hotel.
Leave him alone.
I have his cell phone number, and I tried calling him.
He didn't answer you.
He didn't answer me. So I
don't blame him.
Maybe he's in the pool, right?
He could be.
He could be.
With his hat on.
Yeah, but he doesn't socialize that much, right? I mean, he's.
Oh, for God. Would you stop?
No, but he's. I love Moni.
I love Moni.
Do you love? I mean,
he's a sweetheart.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He really is. I mean, the stuff that he's done over the years.
But can I just tell you? Wait,
what?
But hold on a second.
What?
Like, John and Steve are doing a really long show tomorrow.
What do you mean to do a real long
They're
show?
doing like a 2-hour show with a ton of Asia and a ton of Journey songs, which
really
they've extended it, which I think is so cool.
Really?
Yeah.
They're doing that much stuff tomorrow.
Did you not listen to John's conversation?
No,
you were right there.
I do listen to him. Well, but I just. It sounds like they got a whole full venue. They got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, right?
Have you been drinking, dude? Like, what's up?
No, wait a minute. Somebody's on the phone.
This is Moni Scaria, guitarist with Asia featuring John Payne. You're listening to Kiki Classic Rock on Kiki.fm.
You're obsessed with Moni. You're obsessed with him.
You gotta love Moni. I mean,
I love Moni, but Jesus, I mean, like, you're obsessed. Where's Moni? You asked every person,
right?
Is Moni there? And they all said the same thing. No, he's in his room.
But when Lee was first talking to us, unless he was lying to me, he said Moni was right there. And then I had to talk to Marianne, and I had to talk to John Payne, and then I was looking forward to talking to Moni.
Well, he doesn't want to talk to you.
That's fine.
It is fine. So, and you know what's fine? It's Lee's birthday. Happy birthday to him.
Yeah.
I'm so glad these guys are back on the road again. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you,
and John is happy than a pig and poop. I wonder if I should call Steve or Jerry. No, it's kind of late, isn't it?
Well, he's probably traveling.
You think so?
Yeah. He's traveling right now.
Let me see if I have this.
Oh, my God, Al.
No, hang on.
He's going to kill you.
No,
Can you stop?
No, hang on for a second.
God.
Let me see if I have his number here. Don't tell anybody, okay? Because I can't make this stuff up. Kiki, can you talk to the audience for a second?
I'm so nervous right now.
Why are you nervous?
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
Oh my God, he's getting off a plane. He's not going to talk to you. Oh my God.
Hang on for a second. Talk to the audience for a second. I gotta do something.
Okay. So Mary had a little lamb.
No.
Her fleece was white as snow.
Say something substantive.
Everywhere that Mary went, that damn lamb was sure to go.
You just behave.
You know, I haven't said that in a long time.
Really?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Oh, you don't know how to.
How I wonder where you are.
No, you gotta,
up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky.
Just, talk to the radio.
You know what? Cher is 75. Did you know that?
Really?
She's 75 years old.
Okay, talk to
I
somebody.
love myself.
Turn my microphone off.
If I could turn back time. I sound nothing like her, but I don't care. If I could find a way. I'm a little obsessed with Cher. I just have to tell you. She looks amazing. I know I talk about this on the radio. I talk about her on the radio all the time. On the radio show, on the morning show. On in the morning, and then on Thursday nights on Thursday. And then I do videos. Like, I have a problem. You know why? Here's the reason. My kids have left me. I have a dog and a cat. And I look at all the critters in my yard. And that's my life really now. And just doing, these wonderful interviews. I get to talk to these amazing people. How freaking cool is that? And I'm hoping to eventually get to concerts again. So yeah, it's just, it's a lot of information in my head. A lot of things going on. If I could turn back time. Who the hell am I? I don't even know who I am.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Oh, you're not.
I don't know if
oh
he's
my
going to.
God.
He might not want to talk to me. He might not answer the phone either.
He's not going to answer you. He has you blocked.
32,000 feet in the air.
You're blocked.
All right. He's not there.
Or he's getting his luggage.
You think so?
Could be.
And probably saying, who the hell's calling me? He's probably way up in the air, right?
No, he's busy.
Your call has been forwarded.
Forget it.
Leave a message.
Oh, really? Okay.
7-1.
No, don't do that.
Can you stop it? Nobody heard it.
If I could turn back time.
Don't stop it.
Available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Steve Ojiri, this is Kickin' Al and Kiki at Kiki.fm. We understand you're a little delayed in your flight. You're on your way to North Dakota, but we had the opportunity to talk to the birthday boy tonight. They're eating at a Mexican restaurant, and they're expecting you to show up. We talked to Marianne. We talked to John Payne. We talked to Johnny. We talked to Mimi. Moni's up in his room somewhere, so when you get there, Steve, find out what Moni's doing. So have yourself a good trip, because you are a good trip, and thanks for everything you do. Kiki, you want to say anything to Steve?
Steve, I'm sorry. I couldn't stop him from calling you. I apologize.
I know you're probably 35,000 feet in the air, but that's
or you're getting your luggage. Yep, you're doing that.
Have a great show and enjoy yourself.
Sorry, Steve.
This is Al. I'll say goodnight.
Oh, okay. Say goodnight, Al.
Good night.
Bye, Steve.
Okay. So anyway, I left him a message. I don't think he'll call.
I know you left him a message. Everybody heard you leave him a message.
So I don't know if he'll call back before we go off the air in a minute or so.
You should call Robert Fleischman right now.
I'm not going to call Robert Fleischman right now.
You should call him.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like you should.
No, he did. No. He's busy.
He's what?
Painting. He's busy painting.
How do you know that?
It's late at night. It's like,
not late.
It's like almost 9 o'clock.
No, it's like 2 hours before that there.
No, it's 1 hour.
Okay, so it's 8:30. That's not late.
What do you think? I'm going to call everybody and their uncle up?
Why not?
Well, no, I can't.
We're all friends.
No, I know that, but we can't do an all-night radio show.
Well, you could text him and say, "Hey, can I call you?"
No, I'm
and
not
then
gonna
he'll be like, "Yes or no."
I don't text people.
Or he won't answer you. Like Steve ignored you.
No, Steve's not ignoring me. He's
ignoring you.
No, Steve is not ignoring me.
Okay.
He's not ignoring me. He doesn't.
Don't call Steve Cropper back.
I'm not going to call
Don't do that.
Because I'll ask him how his drunken whatever the hell he was drinking.
Drunken noodles?
Drunken.
Oh, my God.
And I meant to see, I have brain farts, but maybe it was just a Nashville, and that's where Steve Cropper lives, right?
Right.
But
no, she lives in Connecticut. She lives in Chicago.
Oh, my God.
It's like a long time.
Did I say she just lives in Nashville? Did I just say that?
You did say that. I thought she did too. I thought that's what it was all about. But no, she lives in Chicago. So maybe she knows Dixie. Why don't you ask her that?
No, I'm not going to ask that.
She knows Dixie.
No,
Well, I don't want to say her name.
There's so many people in Chicago. Does Oprah?
Does Oprah still live in Chicago?
I don't know.
Does Oprah still live in
Who
Chicago?
Cares? Who cares?
I wonder. I care. I love Oprah.
That's good. So,
She actually still does like a thing on.
Really?
I mean, is it specifically on YouTube, OWN or whatever, her network, her Oprah Winfrey network?
Right.
But she really still does a lot of stuff. I freaking love Oprah. I mean, she's just so, and I love thinking about Oprah back in the 80s when she had the hair. And who are you calling?
Don't worry about it. Talk about Oprah.
I love her. I really do. I think she's so good. She's so
Right.
good at what she does.
She's very good at interviews and everything.
She really is. I mean,
she's
just laid back. Whenever Tom Cruise got on the couch, he
Right.
just jumped on the couch.
What do you mean Tom Cruise jumped on the
He
couch?
jumped on the couch.
He did?
Yeah, this person isn't answering you either.
That's fine.
You're on ignore. You're on block.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice.
Yeah, go on.
Yep, nobody wants
I
you, man.
did. Nobody wants to talk to me anymore. Good
Well,
thing.
tonight. They don't want to talk. Well, you had a bunch of people talk to you tonight.
Who? Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
That's right.
Lee, his whole entourage.
Okay, whatever.
John Payne from Asia.
Okay,
he talked
whatever.
to.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you want?
And Steve Crump and I had a great sound check yesterday. He was funny as hell.
He's a good guy. He's going to be 80.
80 years
He sounds
old.
like he's 50.
My God.
Right? He doesn't even sound 80.
No,
He does not sound 80. He sounds sharper than a tool.
Sharper than a tool?
He sounds sharper than the sharpest knife in my drawer.
All right, Kiki, say goodnight to the radio.
What happened? Is something I said?
No, I have to go to bed soon because I need my beauty sleep because I have to get up and do this crazy, silly morning radio show.
Well, I make you do that.
5:30 in the morning Eastern time.
All right, let me just drink this last one. Hold on. I'm just
Take your
gonna
time.
drink.
Take your time. I don't care. I want to talk to Moni tonight, but that's fine.
Well, he's not going to answer you.
No, he's not going to answer.
No, he's like, no,
That's fine.
I don't want to talk to you.
So tomorrow morning, the big radio broadcast, we have Tony the Oyster Guy.
Yep.
He's on at 6:20.
Right.
Then at 6:40, we have Howard on. Then we're going to have either Stephanie Lindsay on from the Village Hopton Bakery and Cafe and Jamestown, Rhode Island. We're going to talk about pizza night tomorrow night because everybody likes pizza.
But what were they doing? No, wait a minute. Was it Lindsay today you saw?
I saw both of them.
Yeah, but who was making the lobsters? Who was doing that?
Chef Lindsay.
That's what I'm saying.
She got
Lindsay?
it from the lobster fisherman. His name is Alex, right?
So wait a minute.
What?
So what do they make with those lobsters?
I don't know. You have to ask. I'll ask him tomorrow. I don't pay attention. And she's actually, when I was looking at it, she says, "What's the matter with you, Al?" And I says, "I've been up since 4:30 this morning." She says, "Oh, you're a little delirious today." I said, "Whatever." And actually,
I think the mornings are getting you a little delirious.
No, it's fine. Whatever.
I do.
But when I arrived at the Village Hopton Bakery, Lindsay was getting out of her car with some liquor bottles. And I actually,
well, they do serve alcohol.
But I actually helped her into
that
the
was
restaurant
nice.
with the liquor bottles.
That was nice
and
of you.
she said, "You ever have this?" And I said, "I don't even know what it is." But it was
I bet they have cool stuff though. Like that's why
Really?
we haven't gotten the chance to get there yet. But
Yeah.
I bet they have really unique
Well,
things.
we're gonna try to go there on Sunday if I get out of church in time, and maybe we'll get to go there. I don't know. They're open until like 3:00 in the afternoon. What time's church get out? 11:30.
I can't talk to you.
Why?
The time's church get out. You shouldn't make fun of that. God's gonna get you.
I'm not making fun of
He's
that.
gonna get you. He's gonna come and he's gonna get you and he's gonna put the thing on you. No, wait. I have to finish this.
Okay, take your time then. I
Well,
have
you
all
just
night.
said it. You said.
No,
you said.
I have all night. It's fine. And Steve O'Shea's not going to call me back, but it's fine because he's now on the landing strip. And did they have airports in North Dakota? I can't believe that Mimi drove all the way from Nashville. That's a long
All right, wait a
freaking
minute.
drive.
Of course, they have an airport.
They do?
In North Dakota. How do you think everybody got there?
And can you believe this character by the name of Lee Evans got a speeding ticket?
Well,
for going.
What happened to us when we went to LA?
We got in an accident. Not a speeding
20 minutes after we landed.
What's
after
that
we
to do
got
with
our
a speeding
car.
ticket?
Because you shouldn't go anywhere.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
No,
just
he was
stay home.
fine.
No, I'm just kidding.
But
I don't want to stay.
But he figured.
wanna go out.
But he figured. But you know,
I'm putting my lipstick in my back pocket.
I think my headphones.
Are you hot? Like, what's up?
I'm steamy hot for some reason. I'm breaking out in a sweat.
You're like always hot.
Maybe I'm going through the change of life or something. I'm like breaking out. I'm like, what the hell? I just had to relieve myself from my headphones.
Oh, I thought you meant relieve yourself,
No.
like go to the bathroom in your pants.
No, I had to relieve myself of my headphones because my ears were getting hot. You ever have your ears get hot, Kiki?
I have had that happen.
Really?
I have had that happen. I cannot recall when my ears got hot. Actually, maybe because I was outside in the sun and my ears got hot. But let me just tell you guys, wear sunscreen.
Right.
And don't sit in the sun. It's not good for you.
So how are your peonies doing? They're doing pretty good?
Look at, they're beautiful.
It's beautiful. I don't want to say that.
I don't even want to leave these in here. I feel bad. Like, I feel sad about it.
We'll bring them to.
Because I don't want.
I'll have to drive them back home today. I got like
They're beautiful.
I got like a 35-minute drive after the show. But
And
it's
I
fine.
said, I really want my flowers. You know what? Mark, we love you. Mark said, see you in the AM.
He's gonna go to bed for God's sakes.
He is, hon.
Yeah, you know he's going to bed tonight with his Journey Junkies.
We've been on for 166 minutes and 30 seconds.
How do you know that?
Because it says it.
That's great.
So, like, my computer's saying, shut it off, shut it off.
Yeah, because you're overheated.
I got to shut it off.
Okay.
All right, love you.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everybody. Guys, thank you so much for listening to us and, putting up with us, really. Thank you so much to Steve Cropper. We totally appreciate. The interview was great, and a legend. Total legend. So thank you very much to him, his wife, Angel. Thank you. And we appreciate you guys, as always. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here, because if it wasn't for you, we simply would not be here. We just wouldn't. Happy birthday. And thank God for music. Let's go. Good night, guys. Love you. Guys, thank you so much. See you in the AM. You guys are awesome. Hope you enjoyed tonight. I am very shiny. I gotta go to bed. Night. Thank you. Love you guys. And remember always to keep rocking.